All right, welcome to the Force Podcast, where we force everything.
Okay, that was totally unscripted, but I'm totally rolling with it.
I hate you, Dylan.
I love you, Logan.
Love you too. All right, so this is our first attempt at a podcast, so forgive us for any terrible things we might do, like kill a certain member.
Just very long pauses of silence. We'll try to do that. Try to keep it out as much as possible.
Yeah, people put this on the back anyway. It doesn't matter.
So what do you guys think about putting things on the back?
What?
And you said people who listen to the podcast put things on the back. What do you think of this whole putting things on the back?
I do it all the time, I guess.
I do it when I'm studying or doing the dishes. Sometimes when I'm playing a game and it's just I'm just wandering to the boss battle, you know.
Yeah, same.
I actually don't listen to that many podcasts, unfortunately. No, never really clicked with me, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All right, well, since
A guy who doesn't like podcasts doing a podcast, that's original.
since we've all kind of agreed, except for Dylan. I don't think we got Dylan's opinion on it. That he's going first. So the whole deal with today is we all wrote 4 to 5 topics down that we haven't shared with the other two.
And we totally didn't do last minute.
Yeah.
And Dylan arrived an hour late. So as punishment, he has to go first.
In my defense, there's a lot of cars around, so I had trouble finding parking.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. We kind of live next to a school, so yeah, and the school doesn't provide parking for some reason, so it's kind of it's a jackass of a thing. Anyways, go first.
So, my first topic. Have you guys seen these ads for Mirror Mirror?
No.
I know this is not a goddamn joke, I swear.
Is that the Netflix show?
I don't know. I think it's...
No, I'm thinking of Black Mirror.
Yeah. Basically, they're talking about this whole thing of, like, technology... I know I'm going to sound like a boomer here.
Oh, God.
Technology is, like, controlling our lives, you know? What do you think I sound like a boomer when I say stuff like this?
You sound like me.
Yeah, I mean, the kids these days, I go on the train and everyone's got their faces in their phones.
Okay, now you sound like a boomer.
Yeah.
And they showed an ad for Mirror Mirror, and it was like, they asked the kid what would you do if you didn't have your phone? And there's like, oh, there's nothing to do except maybe go outside. That's like,
Did he actually say that?
well, it was a she.
Okay, did she actually say that?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wait. So, what's the show supposedly about? What will you do without your smartphone?
I don't know, I think it's a documentary about, like,
Oh, okay.
technology controlling our lives.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were like implying it was a show that was about like, what if there was a world without smartphones? I'm like, what do you mean, like 20 years ago?
like a fictional series now, like a scripted series now. It's a documentary. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I don't know, because you do a thing where you go a whole month without the internet.
Yeah, I did that last January.
Yeah, sorry for exposing you about that. I don't know if you're embarrassed.
Oh no, I'm absolutely embarrassed that I went without internet for a whole month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but it would have to be during a month where I don't have any uni.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Agreed.
Yeah, because...
And plus, half of my work is on the internet now, so there's very little chance I could do it myself.
All of my work is on the internet.
Yes, but you're freelance.
I am freelance.
That's the thing with technology being so prevalent in today's society. We have to use it to keep up with things. So, I mean, I'd like to just go. I was going to say I'd like to go forever without tech, but that's not true. I do love my Fortnite and Minecraft.
Oh my fucking god. How I got through that month, like with my online stuff, is I scheduled stuff because you can, well, at least with Twitter, you can schedule posts. So I just did a bunch of work the month before and then set it to go. But I don't know how much that can apply to other people's work.
True.
I know that there's like stuff for Facebook and other like social stuff where you can schedule stuff. I don't know if it's official, but I know there is stuff you can use.
I think you can do it for YouTube too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
Schedule posts. You can totally do that.
Yeah, and premieres. I'm streaming on YouTube now.
Damn.
I wasn't making any money off Twitch, but it was more so the morale because they changed their whole like payment model.
Oh damn.
So yeah, I don't really want to support that. It used to be. I only know like kind of the vague guidelines. It used to be like big creators got 70% of like the ad revenue cut, and Twitch got 30%. But that was only like the big creators. The smaller creators. Jesus Christ. The smaller creators got like a 60-40 cut. So they got 60% of the revenue and Twitch got 40. So they were like, okay, why are smaller creators being like treated differently? Because we're running the same ads. And Twitch was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll treat you all equally. Let's just make it 50-50 for everybody. And so, yeah. No thanks.
So you don't want to just keep streaming on Twitch because entertaining people makes you happy? You got to make money out of it?
No, I'm not even going to make money out of it. It's just I don't want to support them because other people make money off it. They deserve to make money off their work, so.
Oh, fair. Yeah. What's your view, while we're on the subject of internet and technology and stuff, of, I mean, like trying to chase the algorithm and chasing trends and stuff?
Oh, well, that's probably very different for both of us because we both have very different approaches.
Ooh.
You go first.
You guys explain.
Well, for one, I don't give two shits about the algorithm. Half of the things I upload are, well, mainly just videos I want to create, and when it comes to thumbnails, I very rarely put effort into them. I just usually take a rendered image that YouTube gives me. So, not to say that I don't like putting effort in. It's just that I don't really see the point in putting all there tongue tied. I don't put the effort. I just don't see the point in putting all that effort in. But, hey, again, that's just my opinion. I don't know if I speak for you as well. So you can't tell, but I'm actually pointing to Logan over here.
And you can't tell it, but I'm doing a got him right.
Fuck off. All right. I reckon it's definitely both. Like both. Well, it depends on why you're doing it. So, like, if you're just doing it for fun, I think just, don't give a shit about the algorithm because, like, why bother? If you're just doing it for fun, like, just go ham and do what you want. But if it's, like, something you want to do as a job, I think doing it for fun, like, should take, like, precedence over, like, trying to cater to an algorithm. Especially since most platforms, you don't really know what the algorithm's like. Like YouTube themselves have said, like, oh, we don't know how the algorithm works. It just does.
Which is a very bad thing to say as a company.
Well, kind of, because it's meant to be like AI learning stuff. So I guess it gives the implication that it's like so advanced that even we don't know how it works. But that's already here.
Very true.
We're I think if you're trying to do it as a job, like you kind of need to cater to it a little bit, but I reckon you shouldn't let it take over like what you're trying to do, like what your vision is should be first, but you should still like find the balance of trying to cater to it a little bit.
I actually, in terms of chasing trends, I went in reverse. So I started out with reaction videos because, they don't take any effort to make. Oh. But as time went on, I went to gaming videos, which are much less popular, so I didn't get as many views as I used to get now. And yeah, people, I think they chase trends because YouTube is their job, which I won't do. YouTube is just a hobby to me because it's like putting all your eggs in one basket. If you do something and YouTube doesn't like it, boom, you're out of a job. So that's how you... I saw one clip, there's a YouTuber, I don't watch him. He's a YouTuber or a streamer. I don't watch him, but I saw this clip. He's called Wings of Redemption.
Oh, no.
Never heard of him.
Oh, no.
Two out of 3 people have heard of him.
Yeah. I don't know. He was just like he was doing a gaming video, and gaming's not that popular on the internet anymore. So he was like, "Oh, it looks like no one's donating today, so it's not going to be a good day." So it's like, yeah, I won't put myself in that position. I do YouTube just as a hobby, so I don't have to chase trends and stuff like that.
You're preaching to the choir here, mate. Like, hell, for those of you who don't know, this group was mainly just made to have fun. We weren't really having in mind of something of a bit. Well, some of us some of us are using it to promote. Some of us are using it to promote their own businesses, but some of us are using it for just hobbies.
Promote businesses.
Oh, I'm not referring to you, man.
No, we're just both looking at you.
Yeah, we're just looking at you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you couldn't see, but me and Highlander.
Fuck it, just call me Justin.
Okay,
man.
yeah, me and
I
Justin,
might as well just give up on that. Hell, my YouTube channel is my name, so there's no way I'm gonna hide that.
yeah, me and Justin were just looking at Logan/Way. So,
Why the slash?
because you have 2 first names, Logan and Way.
So,
Well, you prefer Logan plus Way?
just call me one or the other. That's so inefficient.
So Logan/Way.
Oh, or should we combine them? Wayogan?
Logan?
Lay.
Don't do that.
Not Logan. Let's not do Wogan. Okay, that sounds too similar to a very bad word.
We need a way to come up with a definitive first name. for you.
Okay. All right. Well, continuing our conversation
From what point?
from the gaming part,
Yeah.
the gaming videos, right? I find it interesting because like gaming videos were the popular thing to do for like a really long time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Gen Z came in and it was all about those 10-second YouTube videos.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a recent thing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like a really recent thing.
I thought that only really started when COVID hit.
Is it?
I think you might be
Or
right.
sometime before
probably.
COVID.
I was kind of just joking, yeah. I don't think Gen Z lined up with the start of shorts becoming popular. It was COVID. We'll call it the post-COVID generation.
Post-COVID generation. That
Well,
feels so
yeah,
mean.
I mean, well, think of it this way: a lot of people got into it because of COVID and because short videos don't require that much because don't require a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Like it can make a lot of planning if you choose it to be, but that also makes it accessible for younger people because they can literally just have 10 seconds of them dancing and and there's so many people doing those 10-second dances that it just overtook, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
How would it make it more accessible?
Because all you need is a smartphone.
Okay, but you only need a smartphone for a lot of things.
True, but do you just need a smartphone to do PC or console gaming?
No, but you could do mobile gaming. You could
True.
you could make skits that are longer than 10 seconds.
Again, you are correct, but like some people don't want. There are like, for example, when I was younger, I wanted to be a YouTuber, but I didn't want to put any other work in. And that could be that's a mentality.
Why did you laugh?
Because he started smirking. Yeah, you made that.
Don't judge me.
Sorry. Me too.
But that is okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That
Sorry.
is-
Sorry. Continue.
That is the mentality for some people. But instead of realizing that you need to put the hard work in, since there are so many videos of people just dancing or something or whatever or some other TikTok trend, I really don't know. Don't know. It can just then they just think, oh, if I just do that, then I'll be famous.
Yeah.
It's just that I think it's one of those like kind of. There's a word for it. Creep
Yeah.
something. Like it's similar to lifestyle creep, but it's like a difficulty thing. Because like before, it's like, oh, like I'd love to like run my own like television show, right? And then like in the like 2000s, it's like, oh wait, I can just boot up my computer and like record myself playing a game, and that's it. That's so easy. But then like now, it's just there's another step of it being easier.
Yeah. And plus, it wasn't really that hard to begin with. That's why machinima existed.
Oh God, machinima. I remember the annotations. You know the old annotations, like YouTube used to have.
Oh, like next video, previous video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're just blank boxes.
Yeah, machinima always had like, I don't think they always did it, but there was always like a finish him, like, is it a Street Fighter thing, or is it no? It's Mortal Kombat. Like it said like finish him on like in the middle of the screen. Sometimes it would pop up every now and then on machinima videos.
Damn. You guys sound older than me now.
I don't remember that, dude. I think you're the oldest one here.
Oh, okay, well.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Even though when we were in high school, you were in kindergarten.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
No, I mean, it's true. It's true. When
Sure.
we were like graduating from high school, you were going into primary school.
Sure. Sure.
I mean, he's only like a year behind.
Oh, a year behind you. He's the oldest.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I remember back in the days when kids used to watch gaming videos instead of these shorts.
Okay. We should probably pick one of the next topics.
Yeah. Do you guys want to pick one, or do you want me to?
Well, you just went.
Are we running until he runs out of steam, or are we just rotating?
Have you said everything you wanted to say about that topic?
Yeah. There was kind of two topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tracing trends and like technology being too much.
But they kind of worked in together, so,
Yeah.
you know.
That's why I just went from one to the second point.
Are we going clockwise or counterclockwise?
Anyone have a coin?
We can just go.
No.
We can just go clockwise.
Yeah. Okay.
Clockwise.
Damn.
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
Very nice. All right.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna go get a drink because I got my microphone. It'll still pick up my audio, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, see you later.
Oh.
Bye.
He's now leaving the office. That is my kitchen table.
Don't say that.
Yeah. That dump truck.
Oh no, he's attempting to stab my cat.
Oh no! Don't try and cancel him. Okay. Well. All right. Well. So clockwise.
Oh crap! Yes, I'm going. Well, here's a topic that probably is probably overdone. FromSoftware.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, three of us here, the only one of us is not the biggest fan of it. Mainly he's mainly not a fan of the most recent game, which is fair enough, and I actually kind of agree with him on that one.
I mean, it's just kind of all from software games. They're just not my kind of play style.
Okay, I rescind my former statement.
Bloodborne was pretty good though.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees Bloodborne was amazing, dude. Dude, it's probably the best one, and everyone's dying for a remake.
Sorry, that's me. I need to go pick something up. Yeah, Bloodborne is the best one. If you like Dark Souls, mid. Something's wrong with you, man. Go to the hospital.
Oh, come on, dude. It was my first one.
I'm just joking. I mean, Dark Souls was good. How do I say this?
Oh no.
For the time.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I want to play Dark Souls. I just didn't have the patience to finish it. And I make jokes about Gen Z all the time.
Oh yeah, didn't you finish Bloodborne like twice or something?
Yeah, Bloodborne's easy.
Well, there's the debate.
I only played a little bit of it, so I can't like make a comment on like the full game. So
if that's the case, Dylan here likes Bloodborne. I like Dark Souls, so that leaves you to like Sekiro. It's just gonna have to fall onto you, mate. Sorry.
Apparently, there's no other Soulsborne
Yeah,
games besides 3.
what is this fucking Overwatch?
Yes.
You can't choose like one person, two people can't like the same thing.
Yes. Especially if you're the last one to choose and get forced to play the healer.
Fine, I like Dark Souls 2 then.
Oh, damn. Dark Souls 2?
Dark Souls 2 is the one I've played the most of.
It's actually also my first one that I played.
Are you fucking dying?
If Dark Souls 1 is like PewDiePie, Dark Souls 2 is 2 girls, 1 cup.
What the fuck?
Dude, do not bring that shit up.
Get it? 2 girls, 1 cup because Dark Souls 2.
Sure.
Oh, come on, dude.
Sure.
I tried to play Dark Souls 2, and I couldn't get past the first boss because the platform was too small. I kept rolling off it when I tried to dodge the attacks.
Which one do you think is the first boss?
I don't know, you battle him on some platform and like you get a millimeter of moving room.
Dude. You are in one of the endgame areas.
Am I?
Yes.
There's only one direction. In Dark Souls 2, there's only one direction you can go in though.
No,
wait.
there's multiple directions you can go from the hub area.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't
Yeah.
like I know people don't really like Dark Souls 2, but wasn't it the one that had like a lot of like
Free roaming?
Free
Yeah.
roaming.
Yeah. Dude.
Wait, what did you say?
Free roaming.
In Dark Souls 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I've heard the opposite. Dark Souls 2 is the least free roaming. It's most like the straight path of all the Dark Souls.
No.
I played...
You can literally go to an endgame area when you start the game.
Alright, well, we've started our first podcast argument. I know, I played Dark Souls 2 and it felt like I was walking down a corridor.
There's a corridor at the start, like there's the dungeon, and then you go out to what the fuck's the hub world called?
So, just call it Firelink Shrine. It's easier.
Firelink Shrine, then. I think it's like Halula or something.
Yeah,
of
something.
that nature. But anyway, you can go straight to the castle, and then there's like a well, which I think you need like enough health to like just brunt the damage, and then there's like a sewer system which leads to like a forest area, and those can like branch off.
And there's also a cave, and there's also a cave you can go into that leads you to what I believe was a rat giant, something that looks like a giant rat with legs.
I don't remember that.
A rat with legs, yes, rat. Normal rats don't have legs.
Normal rat.
But that area takes you to one of the easier areas where you fight the last giant and the pursuer.
I don't know, maybe I'll have to go back and give Dark Souls 2 another chance.
Yes, like granted, I have not finished the game. Fully truth, I have not finished it.
Has anyone ever finished all of the Dark Souls games?
I finished 3. But
Oh, congratulations.
you finished Bloodborne and
Well, Bloodborne's easy.
shut up.
Never finished a
I
Dark
love how
Souls game.
some kind of air conditioning system went off just as I said that to highlight the silence at that moment.
But yeah, it's worth it. It's worth a second look because you literally went into an endgame area.
I only remember being given one option.
Yes, and for that boss fight you fought, if you look around the area a bit more, there's actually a lever that gives you more ground to fight him in. It's all lever based. It's a lever based. Yeah.
Lever? That's what I did with Dark Souls 2.
Sure, dude.
Okay. So what else about FromSoftware? Because you specified FromSoftware, not just the games.
I was gonna originally talk about Elden Ring.
Okay, yeah.
Because-
Let's get on to Elden Ring then.
Yes, because Logan here is currently editing his first couple of episodes, finding Morgat.
Yep, it's very heavily edited because there's so much just silence and
Tell me
downtime.
that.
You did. You said you were busy that day.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, you...
Yes, we did.
Wait, so you guys recorded Elden Ring, both of you?
Yeah.
But I thought you were gonna play that game where you screw disabled girls.
What?
We have to take that out.
Yes, we do.
No, hang on. What was that game?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You go to a school and the girls all have disabilities and it's
Oh, okay, I know the game you're talking about now. Katawa
There's a
Shoujo.
game like that?
Yes, Katawa Shoujo.
Katawa Shoujo.
That's
No,
the one.
I was waiting for you to be here for that because, like,
Ah.
it's a visual novel.
Yeah, I like anime. It's the thing in life
Jesus
that makes me feel the
fucking
least
Christ.
lonely.
Everyone loves anime, dude.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna save us a little bit here. Kado Sojo is a dating simulator. We go to like a school for people with disabilities. That is the context of that.
And if things go well enough, you make some hanky stanky.
Anyway. Anyway, Elden Ring.
Yes, Logan
Continue.
here is doing a playthrough of it, currently editing it, because there's a bit of a silence and he's playing to us, and I'm not sure, but I think we were also going to do a montage of all the times he died to Murgot, or
Yeah, probably.
Margit, or Morgot.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
Mordor.
I don't know, dude. He changed the spelling. He changes the spelling like twice throughout the game for some reason.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, it's to kind of hide his identity.
Oh, all right.
It's weird, but it kind of makes sense, but also doesn't at the same time.
Huh.
But yeah, let's talk about Elden Ring. It's honestly kind of boring when you get to the mid game.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a tough. Yes,
Oh.
this is.
Oh.
I'm attempting to be honest here. Let's see how far this goes.
Okay, keep talking. I'm gonna get another
Are you
drink.
talking smack about a FromSoftware game?
Yes, I am. And I can't believe I'm saying that as a FromSoft fan.
Are they in here? What's the drinks you were talking about?
It's just Kirk's no sugar.
Okay, thank you.
Cans.
Hey everybody, this is Way.
And if you want, there's also lemon biz cordial. So
Is that okay if I talk into your microphone, Logan?
Right now?
Yes, right now.
Sure. Go ahead.
Hey everybody, this is Way. And I'm a comedian.
okay. First off, let me just say I do like Elden Ring. I do see the positives in it, but every game has positives and negatives. That's something that we all need to accept. Not every game can be perfect. So, the start of Elden Ring, it's decent. It's very much from software, and everyone has nightmares of Morgoth. I ended up having to call for help and Roger at the same time just so I could get best him, and I ran out of Estus flasks like even before second phase, so not proud of that. But then everyone knows you get the Godric and things just go easier for some reason. I mean it's Godric, but you two haven't played it.
I played it. Wait, we were still in Elden Ring, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've played as much as I have at your house. That's it. I don't own the game.
Oh, right. Crap. That means I have to... Okay, spoiler warning for anyone who has not played Elden Ring, which includes my two compatriots here. After you kill after you kill Hornboy...
After you kill Morgana.
Yes, after you kill Morgana, I will call him that from now on. You get onto Godric, and then you get onto Ranala, and then you're allowed to enter what is considered to be the second half of the game, which I believe is called either the Erdtree Capital or the Atlas Plateau. I don't fully remember. It's been a minute since I played, and then it gets slightly uneventful after that. Okay, now that's not to say that there isn't content to keep you busy. But I don't know how to put this into words. It's just difficult. No, not difficult. That's not the right word to say.
I was about to say, you're complaining about the difficulty in a FromSoftware.
No, God, no! I would never do that. That's one of the things you don't want to do ever. Like the difficulty is absolutely fine in FromSoftware. And everyone loves it for that reasoning. That's the main reason half of us get the games.
Yeah.
It's just it can just be a little slow in between in between the first act and the second act. That's all I'm saying. Saying when you compare it to, say, I'm just gonna say Dark Souls 3. That's the only one I've played fully. It's after you defeat each of the main bosses, it takes you immediately into a new area. It's nothing. It keeps you focused on each area. Like after you kill the Abyss Watchers, the Aldrich, and Yorm, you get immediately booted back to Lothric and it throws you into the Boreal Dancer fight. It keeps you on your toes, and then you basically what you're doing is climbing a giant tower. Well, in Elden Ring, after you beat Renala, you can choose to either choose to maybe go to Radahn and fight him, but if you don't choose to do that, because you only really need to kill Godric and Renala to get to the Atlas Plateau. It's just one giant journey there. It can be a little uneventful.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me. Not complaining about the boss fights or anything. Just complaining about the giant stretches. That's all.
Okay. Well, I'll give a little of my experience last time I was here and played it. The thing that bothered me, and it's not exclusive to Elden Ring, it's like very much like I notice it in fantasy settings a lot. Not all fantasy does it. Like I think The Witcher's pretty good about it. But like the really like unnecessarily long flavor text pisses me off. Like I forget her name, the maiden. Oh, you are maidenless. Like that whole thing, and she just goes on and on and on. It's like, oh, it's like a maiden can do this, and this means this, which also, and like hello, it just seems like they repeat themselves a lot just to make it seem like more mysterious and epic when it just makes it really annoying.
In Bloodborne and Dark Souls, I just read text and just skip instead of waiting for them to say
Yeah,
it.
that's what I did when I was playing it.
Yeah, he did.
You didn't get into the zone.
Oh fuck no.
But that's slow speaking. That's how they speak in FromSoftware. Thou is thy of them.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of shit. I
Yeah.
hate that stuff.
X. That's
Yeah.
how I play.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
On the upside, though, at least I actually bother to put voice lines in, voice acting.
Yeah.
It's not like Pokemon.
Too bad we like skipped over most of it.
Yes. Yeah, everyone plays their own way.
Yeah. If only they
Like, for
had good
example,
writing.
Dylan killed Vale and his Vale the second he saw him.
I mean, in my defense, it was funny.
Wait, was that the guy at the start?
Yes.
Hey man,
I can't blame you because I nearly did until he stopped me from.
He's just so killable.
Yes.
Yes. That's why you should have waited. You do kill him later on in the game, but if you kill him later on, you get his weapons and his armor. But no, instead all you do is chop off his fingers.
I mean, that's finger food.
You made that joke already
Yeah, you
in
did.
your Outlast video, so fuck you.
Wait, did you see that?
No, I didn't. Which video was that?
My recent Outlast, it was part 9, I think.
I think it was part 9, yeah.
Sorry, dude, I don't watch your Outlast playthrough.
Damn.
I've already watched so much of it.
Damn. Doesn't watch Outlast. Imagine.
Right, is there anything else you got about?
Well, yeah, I was gonna use the fingers thing to progress into my next one.
Okay, go ahead.
For any of you who don't, Overlord just recently finished, and Though, now that I think about it, I don't realize how fingers would work into this other than trying to reference the 8 fingers. So, this isn't...
Okay.
And I have a person who does not watch it, and a person who stopped watching it.
We're both people that stopped watching it.
Yes.
Oh, wait, you're not into Overlord anymore?
I watched it a bit. I don't know why. I just kind of stopped.
Yeah, we were young. It was funny back then. Now it's not. We're talking about Overlord, the anime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that god-awful zombie movie.
Oh.
I don't know what that is, but anyway.
There's a zombie movie called Overlord.
Okay.
There's Americans in it.
Okay. I think a lot of movies have Americans in them.
Yes, that was the jab at you.
Okay,
Yeah, because he's American.
There's so many of your nationality in in movies. In this movie, isn't it funny?
Yeah, white people are very popular.
I guess.
Yeah, and like Netflix's Death Note, they just whitewashed the entire cast. Except for the one dude who was meant to be white. They made him Japanese in Netflix's Death Note. Watashi? Who's the butler? Washiru?
I don't know. I didn't watch Death Note.
Oh.
Well, I tried to watch Death Note.
But then again, there is also a blackwashing joke there.
Okay, I'm not gonna make it though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Resident Evil.
Resident. Oh wait, yeah. Who was it in Resident Evil? They made.
which Resident Evil we talking?
Yeah.
The Netflix show.
Hi, this is Wei. Sorry to interrupt the podcast, but I just felt the need to put this in and clarify, especially with recent events, that we have nothing against Lance Reddick, who played Albert Wesker, and we're very sorry to hear he has passed. But what we're talking about here is just what we thought was a poor casting choice. Nothing against the actor himself.
Oh, the show. That's right. It was Albert West. Was it Albert Wesker they made black?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they gave him daughters, because I don't think he ever had daughters in the games.
I mean, he might have.
Might have, I guess.
Did you ask him?
No.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Did you watch any of that?
I've not watched the TV show. I watched the movie Welcome to Raccoon City, and that
Yeah.
was an okay adaptation.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
that.
Wait, we're talking about the original one? The original live action one?
Welcome to Raccoon City, the new one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not the live action ones that were more like Michael Bay movies than Resident Evil.
Yeah, those are the only ones I've watched.
Resident Evil 6. I've already made the joke
I still need to get to that game.
that
Anyway.
Michael Bay directed Resident Evil 6. So anyway, new topic, or did we want to keep going back in or continue?
Yeah, did you finish the thing about Overlord?
No, I didn't, but honestly,
Okay,
I didn't
go ahead.
know. I didn't know what else to talk about. Just wanted to say that it was a great season, and I wish you two would give it another chance. Well, you stopped watching it out of your own merits, or just fell out of it, so I can understand. But you stopped watching it because you finally realized that you were watching a villain story.
Oh, okay, let's get
what?
into that.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear
Here's
this.
the thing, I watched the anime, I didn't read the light novels.
Yeah, kind of all of us did. I just started reading the light novel, so just a point of context there.
So people are like, oh, in Overlord, you're watching the story of a villain, but watching the anime, he only kills other villains, so he's more like an anti-hero. So when he just killed all these innocent people, or tortured all these innocent people, I'm like, why did they do this? I liked the main character up until then. And they had him, like one of the things, they stick, this tentacle blue thing, sticks a spiky thing up a guy's urethra just because he wanted some treasure. And it's like, why did you do this? Why did you make Irons evil? He was an anti-hero up until this point. So, for light novel readers, it's probably different, but for anime watchers, it's very frustrating that they just change his character for no reason.
Okay, we can understand your reasoning there. However, you also should understand that this was a thing that happened over time. Granted, at the very start, yes, he was a hero. He was an anti-hero. He saved Khan Village, I think it was called. Called out of respect for Touch Me.
Oh yeah. I do remember the touch me joke. There's
There's literally a player called Touch Me, but it
Yep.
was supposed to be a reference as it was supposed to be like I challenge you to try and touch me with your blade.
Ah, okay.
okay. So the whole thing is like, you know how the start of it is like the MMO shuts down, like the server shut down, and he gets stuck in the game. Apparently, one of like his old like party members was. His username was Touch Me, which I mean is a pretty accurate username. I've seen more ludicrous stuff on CS:GO.
Yeah, I mean, he's a gamer. How else is he going to get attention?
Yes,
Oh my God.
but you really should have seen this coming with the Lizardman arc in itself, because I can understand why you wouldn't see it at first, because there's a mortality difference when it comes to watching humans being killed and then watching anthropomorphic lizards being killed.
Looking back, yeah, you do have a point.
Yeah, like...
The whole lizard arc thing, he was kind of becoming evil.
Yes, exactly.
Was I wrong?
Were you wrong?
I'm not saying you were wrong. I'm saying you have you do have an opinion, but you should also get given another chance.
You have an opinion, but your opinion's wrong.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, to be fair, maybe he enslaved the lizard people to save them.
Well, truth be told, he actually had no intention to from the beginning. He mainly just did it for Cocytus.
Yeah, Cocytus, I remember who that is.
Very cool.
Okay.
but the whole thing of him becoming
Keep talking about that. I'll be listening, but from the bathroom.
Let me tell you, that's not the only problem I had with Overlord 3.
Oh, here we go.
There was also that fight scene where Ainz just froze time and killed the guy with one.
Okay, yes. Yes. Garth's death was kind of a dick move. However, there is reasoning behind it. Not good reasoning, but reasoning. Do you remember what Ainz said to Gazov?
I barely remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
Fair point. Okay. Ainz had explained to Gazov that blade of his could potentially hurt him, or even kill him. Oh. Ainz had not run into any players whatsoever in the New World. So he couldn't do any. So he didn't know that if he was to die, if he could be resurrected. So he was not taking any chances with Gazov. All right, he was being a military combatant. He was not being a military combatant. He wasn't trying to be an honorable man. He was being smart. No, granted, it was a dick move, but
Big one.
but it was the right move, because Ainz doesn't know anything about wild magic, which is what that sword was capable of using. And he doesn't even know what wild magic is yet, even in the 4th season. So he wasn't taking any chances.
Keep going down the hallway, Logan, I think.
Yes, it's up the wall.
Oh, that one, sorry. I didn't realise that was a door at first. I thought it was a wall.
I can see why.
Yeah.
So yeah. I do agree with you. Dick move, but there is reasoning behind it.
I guess. Maybe I can tolerate season 4.
Yes.
Is it the last season?
More than likely. There is a movie coming out, which is going to take place around the Holy Kingdom. But yeah, after that, that's probably going to be it. And the fight scenes are much better.
They don't just...
Yes, there is no instant death.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll check out Overlord 4.
Please do, man, because like it is completed now, so you can binge it. Hell, I'm planning to re-binge it today because the final episode for the dub comes out today, so I'm binging that tonight.
That well, if we're done with Overlord, that leads into an interesting topic that I didn't plan to talk about.
Okay.
Dubs versus subs.
Oh, fuck,
God.
here we go. That's not gonna be good. You two talk about it. Let the Asian and the white man talk about it.
Logan is the Asian, by the way. I'm the white man, Dylan.
If the name Way wasn't an indicator.
I mean, maybe it was W-A-Y.
I don't know anyone. I guess there's Wayland. Anyway.
So, dubs versus subs. Why don't you go first?
I watch them both. Like, for the most part, like, if I'm watching, like, a show to kind of, like, just pay attention, like, kind of barring special, like, circumstances. So, like, Cowboy Bebop, where, like, it's very, like, Western inspired. So, like, most people watch the dub for Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'll watch sub. But if it's like a comfort show where it's like I'm kind of putting it on just to like chill out, so like Helpful Fox Senko-san, I'll put on dub because like then I don't have to like read it and I can kind of like close my eyes.
Here's the thing. I used to just watch dubs. I know, fake anime fan, right? But as time has gone on, I've seen so many series where subs was the only option, so now I kind of I leave it what it's on as the default. If it's on subs when I open it, I leave it on subs. If it's on dub, I leave it on dub.
That's an interesting approach.
Because I don't really care either way. Because you should just enjoy anime, regardless of subbing or dubbing.
No, that's not allowed. We have to kill.
That's right, everyone.
We have to kill people who don't agree with us.
That's right, everyone. Hot take: subbing or dubbing doesn't matter. Just watch the anime as it is, or how you like it. Sorry, as it is sounds like it's leaning towards subs. Just watch anime.
Fuck me.
So what's your stance on that then?
Well, as a kid, I did nothing but dubs.
Yep.
Dubs. That was unfortunately just what they showed on TV.
Yep.
Like I grew up with Bakugan and Yu-Gi-Oh! A really large amount of it for some reason. But yeah, as I grew older, there, not to sound like a broken record like Dylan here, it did come apparent that there were a lot of animes that I do enjoy that don't have a dub. Like hell, I watched the first whole season of Overlord subbed because it didn't have a dub at the time. It took like 2 years before I could get one, I think. So I might be wrong in that one. So yeah, again, broken record. Watch it how you want to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up one more thing about anime.
Here we go.
It's like I can't bring myself to get into Demon Slayer. I can't do it.
Ooh, you can't
do it.
It's the best anime of all time.
No, dude, it's just overrated.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's that word. Well, no, which one triggers you?
Underrated.
Underrated.
Although I'm not fond of overrated either.
Okay.
I don't know.
I can't. I'm sure it's like great. Like here's the thing: is that I don't think it's bad, but the thing that I hate about it, and it doesn't matter if I watch it like dub or sub because the issue's still there, is that, and it's not just Demon Slayer. Like more anime does this, and like it's nice when anime doesn't do it. Is when they do that weird over-explainy stuff.
Ah, yeah.
Like, I remember, I think it's in the first episode alone, like, is it the first or second episode? I'm trying to remember. Okay, well, anyway, it's like, I forgot what the main guy's name is, the one with the green robe thing.
No one does. Everyone just focuses on the girl.
Nezuko.
Yes.
I see, even I can remember her name. Okay, so, like, I think he's trying to escape with, like, Nezuko, and then someone tries to, like, stop them and, like, kill her, and he's trying to defend his like almost demon turned sister. I mean,
Not almost, just turned.
And they're fighting in the forest, and like the guy's much more skilled than like the main protagonist. But then like he pulls something sneaky out and he throws like this hatchet, and it nearly hits like the swordsman. What bothers me is like you watched all that happen. You watched him like run around, and like when the hatchet lands in the tree, you know what happened. But instead, they have to have the inner monologue of the guy that's like, oh, at the last second, he must have thrown his hatchet and nearly hit me. Man, he's so clever. And then there's a part where, like, I think there's some, like, zombie thing. He gets, like, cut in half. It's like, oh, he must have snuck up behind me. And it's like, yeah, I have eyes. I saw that. Why do you have to, like, ruin this? Like, if that wasn't a thing, I would be able to watch Demon Slayer. But that shit bothers me so fucking much.
You should definitely not watch any other movies then.
But yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Have you tried My Hero Academia, the other great modern classic?
I've watched a decent chunk of My Hero.
Oh.
It's alright.
I've never watched either. To me, they're the same thing.
They kind of get over explaining sometimes, but it's not nearly as bad as Demon Slayer. At least from what I've seen in the first 2 episodes.
Alright. Are you ready for my theory?
Your theory?
It's just a theory, an anime theory.
Okay.
So here's why people watch shows that are like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 and think it's like a masterpiece. So when people are not into anime, they see weebs as like these really nerdy, geeky people, and it's like they're like, oh, fine, I'll watch an anime. They go into an anime with such low expectations that a 6 out of 10 show seems like a masterpiece compared to what they expected it to be. That's my theory for why like middle ground shows are like masterpieces in fans' minds.
I can see that. I mean, that's kind of how I got into sword art when I first started watching.
That
anime.
is a masterpiece.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
You betrayed me. You said Sword Art Online
I
was a masterpiece.
said it was fine. I said it was good.
He said Sword Art Online was just fine.
God.
Wow. What happened to the Logan who thought Sword Art Online was a masterpiece?
He never existed. Well, he did when I first watched it. But
Sword Art Online is probably the greatest modern anime ever.
okay.
In like the second last episode, the guy literally molests a girl.
Let's just pretend that didn't happen. I mean, that happens in more than just Sword Art Online. It happens in Berserk, but no one ever hates on Berserk. It happens in...
Yeah, because in Berserk, the guy literally gets born from his mother who's hanging from a tree.
Isn't that worse?
I was talking about the scene where Griffith violates Casca, but okay, we can go with that too.
And yeah, literally gets brain damaged afterwards.
Yeah, but no one hates on Berserk for the same reasons they hate on Sword Art Online, huh?
Yes, because literally the first couple of scenes establish the tone that Berserk is taking.
I mean, Sword Art Online has a dark tone.
Yes, but then in the second episode, it's literally bubbly and light again. I mean, hell, half the player deaths don't even matter. Okay, they start by having a shocked face, and then that's it.
Damn, are you criticizing Sword Art Online?
Yes, I thought that was not obvious.
The best anime of our modern time? Yeah, that works.
Okay. Well, one of my topics is favorite anime and why. So we should go into that.
Yeah,
since we're already here. So
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, who's starting? I brought it up. So
Yeah, plus you haven't actually started one yet, so you man.
started one. Oh yeah, the topics. I thought you were gonna say anime. It's like I've started anime. Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is my favorite. It's very good. Okay, so it's got really good world building, which I really appreciate. Like I like, because I feel like the trap that a lot of like, not just anime, but just games, shows, anything kind of fall into when they're trying to like make a vast world is they don't really properly explore it. It's kind of the same issue that like open world games have where they don't feel that big. It's because there's nothing really there. It's just
Kind
kind
of
of
just focus on a random generator.
no. It's just like it might not be randomly generated, but it's like Breath of the Wild does it in a really good way because like there's always something to kind of do and exploring's fun. But like take a game as much as I like Witcher 3. Witcher 3's world doesn't feel that big. It's a big world, but there's like it's not really that fun to traverse.
It's just not the same.
It's just not the same. And it's like I think Grand Theft Auto 5 does a decent job because like it has random events and stuff, but trying to like Skyrim sometimes just like it seems to be an issue with open worlds. But anyway, I'm going on to games now, anime. I think it's the same sort of thing where like someone tries to establish like a vast world in a television show or an anime, and it does it in a very empty sort of way. It's like, oh, let's have like the panning shot of like the city and how big the city is,
And then that's it.
and that's it. And like the anime might take place in like 3 different locations, like the main protagonist's room, like all the gang hang out or something, right? It doesn't really feel that big, even though it's supposed to be. Made in Abyss, instead of being like, okay, look at this huge thing, even though it is like a huge abyss, right? It's focused just on that abyss. It has like a focus where I feel like when people try and make like wide, sprawling like environments, it's like, oh, look at this thing. It's not focused. It's like you get that thing for a little bit and then it's gone. But the abyss, like, it has an established like layering system, so it gets more fucked up the lower down you go. And they like, since it's not easy going down the abyss, you spend like a lot of time in each area. And even though like that abyss probably isn't as big as a lot of the worlds in like, I guess I can't really judge One Piece because I haven't watched One Piece, but
No one has.
but
I'm joking.
But like, yeah, a lot of the really open-ended anime that I've watched don't like, even Sword Art Online didn't feel that big. I actually think they did do a better job in the second season than the first, but
Is the second season when they literally go to an entirely different game?
yeah, that's what's it called?
Gun Gale
Not-
Online.
No, not
Not trying to
Gun
make
Gale.
it sound like they literally need to go to another game to make it look better, but
No, they literally do go to another game. No, it's the fairy one.
Is Sword Art Online in
Alpha
Isekai?
was it Alfheim?
Yeah, Alfheim Online. That's it. Yeah, no, but the Abyss is like feels big when you're watching it. Like you can really feel the scale of how big that hole in the ground is.
Maybe I need to watch it.
Yeah, you do. It gets kind of really messed up, especially during the second season. Like, I really like the first season because like they're gradually kind of chipping away and going through like the upper layers of the abyss, and I get why they structured it this way. But like you have the first season, and then you have a recap movie, which is just the first season in like a 2-hour like time frame, and then you have I forget what the name of it is. The second movie. The second movie is like is the events right after the first season, and then I won't spoil anything, but like blah 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 stuff happens, and then the second season takes place after that movie, which is also something I appreciate because apparently a lot of anime movies just don't count.
Yeah.
But Made in Abyss made its movie count. Like there is multiple things that you need to see that movie to kind of understand in the second season. I think because the movie was originally planned to be its own season, but then they decided its structure was better for a movie. But
I can just hear all the body cracks.
yeah,
I think that's showing up on the mic.
That's Dylan. But the second season takes place mainly in one spot, so they kind of like stay in one place for a while, which I didn't enjoy as much, but I know why they did it. It's because like as the further you get down, the harder it is to keep going down. But yeah, it gets pretty fucked up in the second season. Like, I'm not easily like when I see like gore or like that kind of stuff. But the second season gets pretty cringe-inducing.
Hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore.
Yeah, because I remember Made in Abyss is that series where Darth Vader tortures lollies.
That's pretty much it. That's the whole thing with the second movie.
Yeah.
That's the second movie's plot.
You look a little shocked. Is that a concept that interests you?
No, Jesus Christ!
I think you shouting it maximized the thing on my microphone.
I probably maximized on all of us, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, but the characters are good.
Lollies and Darth Vader.
Wally and Reg.
What?
Reg, the Shota.
What was the first one?
Lolly and Reg.
Wait, their name is actually...
No.
Lollies
No.
and Reg is the Darth Vader guy.
Yeah, because
I think
the
saying that...
main character's Rico.
I thought you were saying the Lollies' names was Lolly and Reg.
No.
And like, tell me this is some kind of joke about this video.
No. No. I find Rico's drive really interesting because she's trying to find her mom, and the whole thing about the abyss is that like once you go down, you can't really come back up because the first layer is fine. Like you can go back up. You'll just be like a little bit like whoa, like kind of dizzy. Second like layer, you'll like get really nauseous and probably throw up. Like the third layer is like when you start like taking damage, like you start like bleeding internally and stuff. Fourth, I think, is like severe bleeding, and then fifth is like loss of humanity or something. So if you try and rise from that layer, you won't be human by the time, like your conscience is gone, kind of thing. Because something about rising. They call it the curse of the abyss in the show, but the thing is, because there's a whole ranking system of like how far can you go down. And it's like regulated. So red whistles are like, I think the lowest. They can only go onto the like top layer. Blue whistles can go a bit deeper. I forget the rest of the colors. There's like purple, which is like the kind of masters, and then there's black whistles, which can go down pretty far and like still make it up okay. But then there's white whistles, which are like the highest, like you must be insane to be here kind of thing, and you're like a legend. And I think there's only 4, 2 of which are the only ones confirmed not dead. Because white whistles can choose to go beyond, I think it's the 5th or 6th layer, and it's called their last dive because there's no way they're coming back up. So it's like, are you really that curious to go down and see because no one knows how deep the abyss goes. So it's like, do you really want to go down there? And it's like, okay, yeah, then it's your last dive. No one's going to go rescue you because like there's no way you're coming back from that. It's like a suicide thing. But they have these like air balloon things that they use to send up mail to the surface. But the thing is, because of the nature of how far deep that is and the probably unstable mental state of someone down there, a lot of letters that come up aren't considered truths. They're considered like myth. So most of the community will dismiss any letters that came from that deep as just, it's a myth, because there's no way that someone that deep in the abyss is sane right now. But yeah, Rico's trying to find her mom, and Rico's a kid, and she's trying to find her mom who's at the very bottom.
Oh.
So I don't know how, like, what her plan is to come back up, or if she even plans to get back up. And, like, Reg is, like, a robot that went in the reverse order. He's been sent up from the bottom, but since he's a robot, he doesn't have, like, the psychological and physical damage of rising in the abyss.
So he got built in the abyss and then got shot back up?
They don't know. We don't know. That's like Reg's past is left a mystery because when he's introduced in the show, he's already got like amnesia, so he doesn't remember anything about being in the abyss.
Huh. So one's a robot. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
look like both look like humans to me.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole joke about Reg being like more human than he should be, because there's like, well, Rico's like she's meant to be like she studies stuff, right? So there's kind of like a weird question. It's like, does Rico really see Reg as like another human, or does she see him as like kind of an amazement, like you're something to be studied? Because she like draws all these things of him, and like according to that, he's got a penis. Which, why would a robot need it? Like, I think there's a running joke about that as well. But yeah, anyway. That's why I like making this. It's good. It's just a really good story.
Hey, fair enough, dude. If we're going clockwise, Dylan.
It's not clockwise, you fucking idiot.
My favorite anime is probably still Death Note, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's so basic," but
How's that basic?
because Death Note's very popular.
Very, very popular.
Oh, I was gonna say Death Note is basic.
Yeah. Let's see. Why do I like Death Note? I like the funny little battles between the brains, where one of them is like, "I have a plan," and the other one's like, "Huh, I interpreted your plan, so I made a plan."
All according to
And
Kenkaku.
then the first guy is like, "I interpreted that you were going to interpret my plan, so I made my own plan around that." Yeah, it's very interesting seeing these two masterminds just clash. Because the first episode is just, I mean, it's the first episode, I think I can talk about it. This dude finds a death note, if you don't know, and if he writes someone's name in it, they die. So to kill people, all he has to do is get their name and see their face. And then the second episode, this other guy comes along who's also a genius, and he's like, "Hey, don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that."
Here.
Oh, okay.
So then throughout the rest of the show, we're passing a cat around, by the way. So the rest of the show is like...
You gotta grab him by his chest under his arms.
Well, he wanted to get down. I'm not going to stop him.
It's like these two masterminds just clashing, and you're not sure. Oh, he had a plan. Is he gonna get the upper hand, or is I'm making it sound really dumb, huh?
My Keikaku is better than your Keikaku.
Keikaku. And then the other dude's like, "But I got a plan." So now you think this dude's got the upper hand, and I won't say who wins the battle of wits in the end, but there's a lot of other characters, and it's just this zany cast, and I made Death Note sound so dumb, but it's not. Some people don't like it. They think it's pseudo intelligent, so they use big words to make it sound really intelligent, but they're not that intelligent. The two main characters. And yeah, I like Death Note.
He likes Death Note, guys.
Yeah, I like Death Note.
Yeah, he likes Death Note.
I like Death Note. Oh wait, my microphone is here. I
Yeah.
like Death Note. And that's my 200-word essay on why Death Note good.
Yeah, I should give it more of a chance. I watched 2 episodes of it.
2 episodes.
Yeah,
And you gave up.
yeah, I did.
Gen Z.
Fuck you. Anyway.
Guess it's my turn.
Yep.
So I'm actually torn between 2 animes. Well, 3.
You can talk about them both if you want.
Alright, guess I'll start with the one that I haven't talked about already. I'm actually a fan of One Piece. And that is, I know it's a very weird topic to talk about.
One Piece.
But-
Piece is real.
But the main reason behind it is because when I started watching it, I was also watching Dragon Ball at the same time. I did not watch Naruto, thank God. But when watching them both, even though they're kind of like in the same genre, if you can call it that, a genre of shonen anime, One Piece always just seemed like it had more logic or care put into it. Like, if you look at current Dragon Ball, they've clearly run out of ideas because now for some reason there was they just started reviving characters that died back in the original Dragon Ball for some reason.
Okay.
And then when you look at One Piece, there is no. Granted, yes, they are doing some weird things, weird things, and they are prolonging it. But there's still a bit more quality to it story wise. Oh, here we go. Logan
sorry.
wants to say something.
No, I just wanted to clarify something because like people use them interchangeably all the time. By original Dragon Ball, do you mean the original Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
Both.
Okay.
They're both original.
Okay. Because I just see them as very different.
Yep, that's fair.
I like Dragon Ball GT. I'm joking. Please don't kill me.
I didn't even know that existed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I stopped watching Dragon Ball, dude.
Ah.
I'm
I'm going to be dragging you back into it.
Okay, how exactly does Okay, then answer me this. How does making Goku's hair blue any difference from making it yellow?
That's Dragon Ball Super.
Yes.
In
But
Dragon Ball GT.
But answer the question.
Oh, so you want me to talk about Dragon Ball Super? Let's see. Blue is a better color than yellow. So it makes our brain go, ooh, pretty color, so you want to watch it more.
Fair point.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, it actually is.
Oh, really? I was just goofing around.
Okay.
Well, it was a good goofy answer.
Yeah.
Recycled it.
Yeah.
Recycling. Imagine recycling.
You take these.
Okay.
And you put them here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
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 Why are you hammering this in?
Okay.
I don't understand this.
It's recycling, bro. Who recycles anymore?
Oh man.
But yes.
Are you guys still recording?
When-
Just because your
Yeah.
screen's turned off?
Let me check.
Because my screen turned off and there's just there was no line, so I think it might have switched off for a bit, or it went silent for a bit.
That's alright.
Mine's still going, so that's a
Yeah.
relief.
Okay. Anyway.
Alright, so, so when you're watching those two, you kind of see that, with the, the main reason most people watch shonen anime is for the fight scenes. With Dragon Ball, the fucking memes are real with the goddamn yelling power-ups and everyone just standing there while they fucking power up. It's goddamn stupid. But with One Piece that only actually happened once.
Huh. Yeah, that's probably why I preferred the original Dragon Ball over Z. Because the original Dragon Ball was more adventure. Like, it was more just traveling.
Yeah.
Z was the one that was like, ah, Kakarot!
Have you guys heard of the big green dub?
Oh, yeah.
Let that child alone.
I have not heard of that.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, it's a dub. Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, whenever... I don't know what group did it. They did, like, subtitles where they had really big green, like, letters whenever anyone was, like, exclaiming a power-up or something.
That came from Piccolo being referred to as Big Green.
Oh, okay.
And then when he arrives, he says, let that child alone.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I have not heard of that then.
Okay then.
It's a funny dub.
But yeah, the main reason I like One Piece, it has more logic behind it and more care behind it. My second favorite is actually an anime called New Game. Oh, hey, you two are looking at me weirdly. You've never heard of it?
Is that a sequel to No Game No Life?
No.
The best isekai ever?
Debatable.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's what I was wondering. So,
Okay. New Game, New Life. Oh, fuck you bloody bastards!
No Game No Life? Yeah, go on.
Pegasus bastards will fucking rip your lives out.
I love the way those two characters are so mean to the redhead girl for no reason.
that was kind of unnecessary.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. New game! Exclamation mark. Literally. Is just a slice of life genre anime where they're literally just a company making a video game. That's all it is.
Oh, I have heard of it. Yeah. I haven't watched it, but I heard of it.
And that's the main reason I like it, because that's all it is. It's it's literally just them making a video game. Because the main reason I like it so much is because there's a very similar show called Robotic Notes.
I thought you were going to say No Game No Life.
The anime called Robotic Notes was when it first starts out, it's a slice of life about high school kids building a robot, and then it turns into goddamn alien invasions with AIs.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, that's all. So yeah, the big change. Big change. Wasn't happy about it, but then again, I haven't actually read the manga, so I don't really know if that's what was supposed to happen or something. But that's the main reason why I like New Game, because it gives me exactly what it tells you. Tells you just a bunch of people producing a video game. It's simple, but yet it's it's okay. And it's also building on a genre that I already like.
Very nice.
It's kind of like me with Eurocamp. I really like Eurocamp.
What's Eurocamp?
It's called Laid Back Camp in English, but I think it's more distinct if you call it Eurocamp. It's kind of like that, except instead of game development, it's camping, but it's just camping.
Like Call of Duty, they just hit one spot and shoot.
Yes, absolutely. That is what I meant, Dylan. Thank you. No, it's just this group of girls camping. That's it.
A group of girls camping. Are you sure it's Eurocamp and not Yuri Camp?
It's Uru Camp, because Uru means
Uru?
like relaxed or like laid back. Oh, fuck.
Uru Camp.
My God.
This is how I treat Logan in my day-to-day life, and he loves it. He loves being a Sundia.
Oh,
God.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
So Eurocamp, it's I like it because, like, okay, one big thing that's like really nice about it is that, you know, most anime, like you get like the quiet character at the start, right?
Yeah.
And eventually they devolve into an outgoing character.
Yes. Eurocamp doesn't really do that.
Oh.
She still prefers to be alone by like the end. I mean, she'll like go on group camps here and there, but she's very much like still like alone. Like, it doesn't villainize or like be like, oh, this is a bad thing. You're alone, you loser.
Wait.
You gotta make friends. You gotta have the power of friendship.
Wait, she's a female Doomer?
Is that a doomer?
Is it?
I
have no idea.
I don't even know the proper definition of what a doomer is.
Someone who doesn't have any friends because they have a cynical view of life.
Well, she doesn't.
Isn't that a gloomer?
I don't know.
She doesn't have a cynical
I'm
view
not-
of life. She just likes being by herself.
I'm like 21, so I'm old. I'm not down with the kids of today.
Looking like a Doomer sounds like a person who just plays Doom Guy.
But yeah, it's just about camping. It's a good time.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all you want, just
Yeah.
a simple slice of life.
Also, it's fucking insane in Japan, like, popularity-wise. Like, you are hard-pressed to find a camping ground that doesn't have, like, cardboard standouts of them there. Because, like, the cool thing Eurocamp did was they actually based every campsite off a real, like, campsite
Aww.
in Japan. So you could actually visit, like, where they've been. And all those campsites, to my knowledge, have, like, cardboard standees of the characters. To be like, hey, you went to this campsite. That's in the show. Good job.
For some people, cardboard cutouts is the closest they'll get to a girlfriend.
Of course you had to make that joke.
Yeah. I'm ahead of the curve with my jokes.
Should we move on to another topic?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 topics was a bit much for one session.
Yeah, we've been recording for an hour 20. I don't know when you guys want to stop.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back to you, Dylan.
I guess I have a topic. This kind of goes back to the internet with all the Gen Z.
On your mark. Get set. Riding on the... You don't know that?
Sorry, dude.
Never
I'm in
mind.
my 20s, dude. I'm
Never-
not,
never-
Sorry, dude.
Never mind.
like I
never
said,
mind,
when I
never
was
mind.
in high school,
Never
you were on
mind.
kindergarten, so...
Fuck you. No, it's an instructional internet video from the 90s, you ass.
That's what I'm saying. You're younger. You know that stuff. I was already old by that time.
You fucking suck. Say what you're gonna say.
Okay, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, going back to the internet. Alright. How much are you guys into This Is How You Don't Play videos?
I've never watched a single video like that.
I think I've watched the YouTuber who does that, though I don't really know. Ever heard of Let's Game It Out?
No.
Okay.
So basically, you take someone else's footage of a bad Let's Play and edit it to make fun of them.
Never seen that.
So my whole thing is like, usually it would sound like bullying or hate, but most of the people in the original Let's Plays are mean to their subscribers, so you don't feel bad for watching it. What's your view on that kind of thing? Should This Is How You Don't Play be considered hate, or...
Not gonna lie, I just learned about it 2 seconds ago, so I don't really have an opinion.
I mean, based on what you told me, it sounds fine. Like, it just feels like an internet thing.
Yeah, they're mean to their subscribers, so they have it coming.
I mean, like, I don't think there's anything wrong in taking something that was, like, made public and then, like, pointing out, like, what was done, like, terribly in it.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're not, like, you're attacking the thing, not, like, the person. Like, if you're attacking the person, that's a different story. But if you're attacking, like, the thing, like, the way they played their game, I don't really see a problem with that.
I guess the thing is sometimes it's not always about the game.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess it would depend on how you did that kind of video then.
Like, one I saw was Darkside Phil playing Yoshi's Island, or Super Mario World 2, whatever you want to call it. And there was a whole thing about him complaining he couldn't pay his taxes, but he couldn't pay his taxes because he gives away money to, like, make merch. So it's kind of his own fault, but then he wants his subscribers to still give him plenty of money so he can pay his taxes. That was pointed out in the This Is How You Don't Play.
Okay, that's kind of a different...
Yeah, that's a touchy subject.
That's like a guilting your audience sort of thing. Do you know that I forget her name, the streamer on Twitch. She was like $5. It's $5.
Oh yeah, that girl.
Yeah. She doesn't seem like a nice person.
Yeah.
Was that the person who said that if you're watching my videos, you should pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just like, you've got all this time in the day and you can't get a job to pay for like the content you're watching. It's like, okay, well, don't put it out for free then.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Like, okay, you like I don't have any problem with you like making a paywall for your content. That's fine. If
Just
you
EA it.
if like you feel your content like should be paid for, then make it paid for. But like if you're putting it on a free platform and then like complaining that people are watching it for free, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, you should be grateful that someone in this world watches you, I think.
Yeah. Honestly.
Sorry, I put this notification and it's just sitting there.
No worries.
It's probably not important. If I swipe down, do you think the recording stops?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I won't.
Okay, well.
Sorry, that's what it does with my phone. So.
But if someone was to make a This Is How You Don't Play of my Cuphead Let's Play, I would be very understanding.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Except I don't know shit about Cuphead, so.
Well, you just got to watch it once to get all the information out of Cuphead, and then watch it a second time. Straight
Jesus
up.
Christ. I have to master the game first.
Nah, oh boy. I'm rewatching it to make a best of compilation. I'm like, I'm so bad at this game. At the start, especially, Jesus Christ.
But that's just how it goes with most people. You often don't start out the best, but eventually you get better.
Suppose that's how I became good at Bloodborne. Do you think I mastered Bloodborne day one? Nah, man, it was a struggle.
Yeah, I would have strangled you if you said that.
What if it was telling the truth, though?
Oh, if I said I dominated Bloodborne from the get-go?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't. But it's still easy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Was there anything on your topic you wanted to continue on? Before we move on to the next topic.
No, this is how you don't play. Are they good or bad? That was it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I actually didn't have a topic, but I guess I do have something. I was originally gonna make this into a whole video, but it's not really a format I know how to do, so I'm just gonna do it here.
Okay.
Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Ooh, haven't played it.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
Never
I want to play it.
None of us have, but the game itself, not good. Not as of right now, it's not very good. Very good content wise. But I think I know a simple way to make it just a little better with just a few minor changes. So I'm gonna try to explain everything as best as I can, and if you guys want to chime in, let me know.
Okay.
I don't have charms, but okay.
So main emphasis of Security Breach is that you are inside them. You're inside a fucking mega pizzaplex, and you're being chased around by
Animatronics.
I'm trying to. I know animatronics.
Yeah, I know, but
I was trying to figure out how many.
well, there's Freddy Fazbear, there's Roxanne Wolf,
Chica, Music
Rockstar.
Man, Daycare Attendant, the staff bots, the dead staff bots, the
Montgomery
map bots.
Gator. There's Montgomery Gator.
Then there's
The Sun and Moon guy, whoever the hell
that's
he
the
is.
daycare attendant.
Yeah, okay.
He does.
I don't know any others. That's
Okay,
all I know.
well, yeah, but okay. Basically, you have to survive until 6 a.m. where you can get out, or you can choose one of the dozens of alternate endings, which are a few.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I'm actually a stupidly big fan of FNAF. I was one of the people who was fully content with the ending at FNAF 4, but also loved that it continued. Though that's very much up for debate.
I stopped playing the games after Sister Location. Not out of like, oh, how dare he do this. It was just like it didn't interest me very much.
Yeah,
I did play FNAF 6, the like pizzeria simulator.
free one.
The free one. That one was pretty good. But other
well,
than that, I haven't.
6
played
and 7
much.
are both free.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ultimate Custom 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, yeah, in terms of like waiting for the next release and being like, oh, I gotta play this game, and like I stopped at Sister Location.
Yeah, that's fair, dude. I mean, I didn't even play them until I finally got upgraded my PC. So,
Okay.
for those of you who don't know, I've spent the last for nearly three years without an actual gaming PC. But I also had a Steam account, so I basically spent all that time buying games, downloading them, and seeing if I could actually run them without video card.
Keep going. I've made the mistake of drinking 2 glasses of water and lemonade, and I need to pee again.
Didn't you already go to the toilet?
I did.
Yes, you did.
But now I'm full again.
Bruh, freaking small blood. This is why I
can
say.
hear you
This
from
is
here.
why I say he's a kid.
Fuck off. I
Uh,
can hear you guys from here, so keep going.
okay. Aim of the game: survive until 6 a.m. Hide from the animatronics along with your best friend in the whole wide world, Freddy Fazbear, who you literally meet on this very night. And as the story progresses, you end up running into the security guard Vanessa and her alter ego, a fun little rabbit holding a knife named Vanny. The game itself is, well, at launch the game was buggy, but over time it has been fixed, and they have removed some areas that were inconsistent. But I think I think they need to make some changes in order to make the game a little better. One of the things that has really changed over the series especially happened in Sister Location. They changed the game from being horror game into sci-fi.
Well,
sci-fi / fantasy / ghosts / stuff.
/ isekai.
Honestly, yeah, maybe. So, and not gonna lie, when you first see the few things, when I saw the first trailer of Security Breach, I thought, hey, maybe we'll get the horror genre back. And even though it has the horror listing, sadly, it's not. It just isn't. Nothing about the game is actually scary. The jump scares, well, yeah, sure, they'll make you jump initially, but afterwards, that's it. And don't even get me started on the whole thing with bloody Vanny. This was supposed to be her game. She was supposed to be the main antagonist, but by the end of it, we end up getting Afton again. Everyone had already said their goodbyes to Afton. He died in the fire. He apologized and all that bullcrap.
You see, I haven't played the later FNAF games, so you're saying names and I'm just like, yeah, sure.
William Afton is the guy who.
I thought he just died.
Yeah, it's sort of like if you go into further detail, and plus it's a theory that he went like.
That's just a theory, a game theory.
Yeah, it's a theory that like he as the fire was burning him up, he tried yelling his son's name over and over again, and then he eventually just says sorry and just lets himself be burned.
Huh. Okay.
Again, don't quote me.
Yeah, I don't get FNAF lore. I'm not up with the.
My FNAF lore, like, knowledge extends. Is like probably very dated, because my understanding only really goes up to. Because I played Sister Location, but I did not watch any like theory videos about it. So my lore is only like from 1 to 4, which was just like, okay, FNAF 4 kid is like Bite of 87 victim or something. 3 is like the latest of those 4 games. 2 takes place before 1. Murders happen during the course of 2, but I'm sure that's probably very dated.
No, dude, it's actually not too far off there.
Okay.
So, like you said, I would love if they put the horror back into it, and for that to happen, I think they need to change the story a bit.
Okay.
In the story,
wait, what is Security Breach then? Is it not a horror game?
It says it's a horror game, but it's really not.
Okay. Because horror stuff kind of blends together for me, so. But anyway, yeah,
go on. So Gregory is apparently hiding in the pizzeria.
Yeah, I know about Gregory.
So, and that's all the detail we really get without going into theory land.
Okay.
So I wanna just run this by and see and just recreate a little bit.
Okay.
Vanessa is
the security guard.
Vanessa is not the security guard.
Okay.
Well, she is, but in this thing I'm creating, she's not.
Okay.
Instead, she is the head maintenance manager for the animatronics.
Okay.
This makes more sense for her to be able to command and control the animatronics themselves, because it doesn't make much sense for her to even be a security guard, because she's originally a beta tester.
I thought you were going to say she's beta. Yeah, go on.
And so by making her something like that, it makes more sense for her to be there, because she's staying overnight to work on the animatronics.
Right. Okay.
In her spare time, she's building a body for her master, William Afton.
Okay.
Hence the return of Springtrap.
Oh, so that's what that's about. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to celebrate his revival, Vanessa invited some kids from the pizzeria to stay back overnight and play a giant game of hide and seek. And if they win, they get a prize.
Okay.
That sounds pretty sus.
Yeah, that is pretty sus.
This way you get multiple kids in the pizzeria, including you, the main character, and you get something of a scenario that makes more sense than he is just there. And then we come up to the biggest change I would love to make. Get rid of Freddy.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, he's been around a long time.
Not I just realized how that sounded. I didn't mean it in that way.
Foxy better.
No. If someone were to take it over, it'd be Montgomery. It's in the law. He wants to kill Freddy.
There's a fucking matriarch going on?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes, he killed. Monty killed Bonnie in order to get him to become the bass player of the band, and now he wants to kill Freddy to become the head of the band.
Okay. Wow. Alright, well, I haven't played Security Breach yet. I want to, because it looks interesting.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm probably that I want to get rid of the main mechanic of the game, which is having Freddy as an ally. The main reasoning behind that is the animatronics themselves are supposed to be the thing that are hunting you and the main thing that scares you.
Mm.
By having one as your ally, I kind of feel like that takes away from the scariness of the other animatronics. Wouldn't you agree? Because say you have the monster from Stranger Things. Well, two of them are hunting you, but then you have one as your best friend since childhood. Would the other two look as scary?
Maybe not looks, but the game. Well, I watched like a bit of the start of Security Breach, and it establishes pretty quickly that Freddy's like not the same. So it makes you wonder what the fuck's like, either what's wrong with the others or what's wrong with him. And then you always have it in the back of my mind. For me anyway, from that short little bit, I don't know what it's like to actually play it, but it's like, is Freddy going to turn on me?
Well, yeah, there is that, but also they don't really explain why he's that, but my point, not to try and disparage your point, not trying to say that at all, but
Okay.
if you simply by making him an ally, you do still take away from the other animatronics in some way or form, because they don't look as scary because you literally have one who's basically been humanized. So if you simply make Freddy want to kill you again, suddenly their scare meters just raise up just by a little bit.
I guess I kind of don't agree. Because
Another-
we're gonna fight.
Yes, let's have a debate. Have a debate.
Okay.
This is why why I
exactly.
say it. Bring it.
Yeah.
Be
So
honest.
I think that's more of an issue of execution rather than the concept itself, because like there's been many times in like horror media where like, actually I can't think of that many examples, but like where things, there'll be like one thing on your side that's like helping you, and then some that aren't. Like I guess Cry of Fear is one of them. Cry of Fear, I don't know if either of you have played Cry of Fear.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, so it's a horror game. You're playing as this guy with depression and psychosis. And well, there's a character called the Doctor in it, and it's ambiguous whether he's friendly or not. But like everything else that's been humanoid, so that has 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head, has been like hostile, but he's not immediately hostile. Like he'll like give you something and then run away, but it doesn't make the other humans any less like scary, because it's established that he's different to whatever the fuck else is going on out there. And then like, I mean, even in like, I know it's not like necessarily horror, but it's like horror adjacent, like I would say eerie, like even Dark Souls, like most of the things you come across are gonna like hurt you. But there's one or two times that you come across something that's friendly, but it doesn't take the threat away from the others. So I don't think like Security Breach really needs to change that. It would probably just need to execute it better.
Okay, fair point. But I also would like to remind you that with the Dark Souls quote, there are multiple types of enemies here. Enemies on those ones. For Security Breach, there's literally only a handful. In my eyes, kind of makes more of a difference when there's more of one thing or less than one thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Also, I want to establish something.
Okay. Yeah.
Horror games don't like scare me as well. So like I think when things are talked about, so I might not be the best person to like comment on this anyway.
Hey, that's fine.
Is because like something that is considered like really scary and then something that's considered like kind of scary don't like I they kind of look the same to me. So like when something makes something slightly, because I think the problem is I don't play horror games for the horror. Like I like Resident Evil. I like for like inventory management. Like I find that kind of mechanic really fun.
Right.
But I'm trying to find.
Oh, Dylan, you didn't make a sex joke on that. I'm surprised.
Well, what inventory management?
No, Resident Evil.
I'm as lost as you are.
Yeah.
Village.
I haven't played Village.
Oh fuck. No,
Okay.
okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yes, I am a Resident Evil fan who hasn't played Village. I'm that one guy.
Yeah. So like, I would say, like Outlast, I don't really find scary. Like people will like talk about. I mean, it's kind of here or there because there's both people on like, oh, Outlast 1 is scarier than Outlast 2, and then vice versa. But like I find them both kind of the same level of like scary. I find Amnesia on the same level, and the FNAF games, so it's like all kind of on the same wavelength. So I might not be the right person to comment on like this mechanic makes it slightly less scary or more scary, because it's all kind of like in the same camp for me.
Hey, fair enough.
But though, actually, I will comment on one thing, and it's that I think. Okay, so this might be because you said something during your Outlast playthrough that kind of
Call
clashes
back.
with this.
Oh, check out my Outlast. Let's play Dynamite.
Okay, so Outlast, I do find maybe scare is not the right word, but less stressful than say Resident Evil or like Cry of Fear. And I would say if fear is the right word, I have more fear playing those kinds of games than Outlast. And you said something about like the ability of not being able to fight back
Yeah.
makes it like scary.
Did I say that?
Oh, you might not have. I
I
think you
remember
just
mentioning that you can't fight back.
yeah.
But I don't know
Okay.
if I
Okay. Yeah.
talked
Sorry,
about
I might have misremembered that. But
fake fan.
I find it scarier when you're given the option to fight back rather than when you don't have the option to fight back. And here's the reason. And again, fear might not be the right word. It might be stress is the word I'm looking for.
I think stress would work better.
Because when you have a game like Outlast, you know exactly what to do when something shows up. It's you run or hide. It's like, okay, easy choice in my brain. All right, thing's there, turn around, run. Oh, the thing there, it doesn't see me. Locker, hide in locker. But in like Resident Evil 2, for example, it's like, okay, there's a hallway and there's zombies, right? And I know that there might be like a boss near, like in the coming future of like the story. Do I want to use my ammo to try and fight these things? And like waste that ammo that could be saved for that boss later? Or do I want to risk running through there and possibly risk some of my health and healing items that might be wasted instead of being used on the boss battles? So the choice is harder if you have a little bit of something to fight with. Obviously, if it's like, I mean, I haven't played much of 6, but like
kind of like 6, where you're given a lot to like fight with.
I guess I kind of,
It's
I see your point.
it's not scary because you know what to do. It's like the opposite problem. It's like you already know what to do. It's like, okay, it's a thing. I have ammo. I'll fight it. But like when you get to like Resident Evil 1 or 2, it's like, oh, I don't know. Like, what should I try and fight that thing? Should I not try and fight that thing? And then I think that creates more panic moments compared to like Outlast, where it's just, oh, I have to run.
Yeah, that is an interesting perspective. I've never heard that, but now that you've mentioned it, I do agree. You have that uncertainty of what to do. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm just going to mention I sometimes I'm dissatisfied with the amount of ammo or healing items I use, so I reload saves in Resident Evil a lot.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have an opinion on this. I haven't played that many games like that. I have the only ones I can really claim to are Evil Within and Outlast 2. So
Yeah, I think Evil Within's pretty close, like, to Resident Evil. I haven't played too much of it. I played a little bit of the start.
It's like Resident Evil on a discount.
Wow.
ouch.
I found Evil Within pretty middle ground compared to some other horror games.
I did hear that. I heard Evil Within 2's like pretty good though.
Well, okay, I'm gonna shill Cry of Fear again because I really love Cry of Fear. Cry of Fear, I think a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's actually like something I'd love to see more of, and it's that your inventory is almost realistic to what you'd actually be able to carry. Because like you think of Resident Evil, right? I mean, a bit of it like an excuse to like the remakes because they show where it is on your body, like they have the like this sling and the holster.
That's
But
nice.
But in terms of like the kind of horror games where you're just playing as a normal like guy and like you can carry like 10 things, it's like where are you putting it all? But Cry of Fear, you can only carry 6 things at once. The only thing I find annoying is that keys and like little things take up as much space as like a shotgun. Yeah.
Same thought.
So like that's a little bit annoying. But in terms of like, okay, how much would I actually be able to carry if I had a shotgun on me, how much more would I be able to carry? Okay, probably like my phone, a knife, and like maybe a key ring in like just normal pockets. Because I'd be holding the shotgun the whole time unless I had a sling or something.
Yeah.
But I find the way that Cry of Fear like does its inventory management really cool because it's only 6 slots. So there's a lot of points in the game where you need to like drop something that might actually be important. It's not like other games where they're like, oh, you're done with this thing, you don't need it anymore. It's like, oh, I don't know if I might need that. So you do have to like memorize the map because it's made in like kind of a central like city area, kind of like Resident Evil 3, but not quite as like apocalyptic. It's more like quiet night. And you do have to like kind of remember where everything is, because you'll drop something that will be important later but isn't right now. And then I think that creates like this interesting gameplay thing of like you need to like leave it in a place you know how to get back to. So you have to plan ahead of like, okay, where am I going to leave this to make sure I can get back to it later, instead of like this place that might be hard to get to once I'm over there. But it's got like a dual wielding function as well.
First thing I think of is Sword Art Line when you say that.
No, it's not. Well, near the end of the game, because there's only one pistol throughout the game until like the very end. And it's only at the very end you're able to like hold 2. It's not recommended. Because you have like a trade-off thing. So if you have like your pistol out, you'll be like okay, and like you can shoot pretty accurately and whatever. But if like you enter a dark area, this is where the dual wielding comes in. You'll have to like bring out your phone for like the flashlight. And when you have it like that, since you're only holding the gun with one hand, your shots are less accurate, and you can't reload while there's something else in your other hand. So if you are dual wielding, you have to like be like, okay, I have to make sure I have like a full magazine before I pull out my phone, because I don't want to be caught without being able to reload. Because if you need to reload, you need to put the phone away, go back to like single wielding, then reload, and then bring the phone back out. And there's some like little ways they like sprinkle in to get around that, which is like if you leave your flashlight on and put it back in your bag, the light will shine through the bottom of it, so you get a little bit of light, but it's not a lot.
I'm just gonna.
That's actually kind of impressive.
I'm just gonna go to the toilet, and I don't want to bring my microphone with me to the toilet.
Pussy.
I need to pee.
But yeah, I just find the way Cry of Fear handles its inventory really cool. I think the only thing I change about it is like add a key ring instead of making the keys take up a slot. Because I think that's just kind of annoying. Because it's like, okay, I have to go back for a key rather than like this tool that'll help me in the long run. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I'd change about Cry of Fear.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
But
What were we talking about?
Dylan, what were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
Yeah.
Resident Evil and horror.
Oh yeah, it was horror.
Oh fuck.
Was there anything you wanted to like that you had to add on before like we move on?
That was nothing really. I just the minor changes I wanted to do. Make Freddy evil. Give us some more animatronics because the Mega Complex is actually very big. Add multiple nights to it because Five Nights at Freddy's. Might as well try to keep that name. Okay, name and then make it so, and then as a final bit as a more of a psychiatric horror, make it so that if you're hiding from an animatronic and they get really close, sometimes you can actually, because the main thing about the animatronics is that the stomach catches open, and that's why they hide the kids when they catch them.
Yeah.
So if you can get close enough to an animatronic, sometimes you'll hear the kids crying out, saying, "Please let me out," or "Mommy, please I want my mommy, please let me out."
That'd be kind of a cool touch, yeah.
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 Okay, yes. One good bit out of all that.
One good bit. What do you mean?
I don't know. Just no. It's not very often I actually let out my ideas about stuff like that. So,
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm in two minds, I guess, about the direction of Five Nights at Freddy's, because like I appreciate the change, because I think
the change from what?
the like weirdly almost gritty horror to like kind of funsy horror. Like, okay, so like there's already 7 games, well, arguably 6 because Custom Night's kind of zany. But like that all kind of fall into that like based in reality, but he bends reality a little bit to make things work. Like the whole like getting scooped as a human and then like animatronics taking over your skin's like kind of stupid. Like, but it works, right?
Really?
Kind of. It's just like a little bit out there, but I kind of appreciate the like going all out with the zany like kind of weirdness of what seems to be what Security Breach did, at least. Again, I don't think it's really ideas that are like the problem. It's usually the execution of that problem.
Well, then that also brings up the debate of kiddie horror.
Ah, yes.
Which is
the whole like
of just making a children's something that children will love scary, which is very popular right now.
Yeah, I think the issue with like kiddie horror stuff
is that it's safe and it's been done before.
Yes and no. It's safe in one way, but very not in the other. I think it's safe in terms of market, because like kids will probably like it. Like what's that one that's like pretty recent? They got in trouble for like doing NFTs or something.
You did a playthrough of it, dude.
I did one episode of it.
Puppy Playtime. Jinx.
Anyway, The
I'm back.
the problem with well, okay, so market wise, it's probably fine because like Poppy Playtime's popular, Five Nights at Freddy's well, the new Five Nights at Freddy's like games are popular. Is there anything? Hello Neighbor was popular for a bit.
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
There's Bendy and the Ink Machine. Yeah, so it's kind of like that pseudo horror, like boo scary, rather than like, oh god, what happened to him? Kind of scary. But I reckon like it can be done well. And I reckon in a way the original, like the first Five Nights at Freddy's did it well. Because it was still somewhat kid friendly in that there's no gore, there's no like, other than maybe that like that one screen of like the eyes coming out of the mask, but that was like kind of cheesy anyway.
I
like
cheese.
like Flumpty goes pretty far. I mean, I know it's a clone, but like, you know, it
Still one of the best ones, though.
it gets the atmosphere right.
Yes.
I think Kitty Horror is safe market wise, but very tricky to actually pull off in terms of being a good game, like overall, because you're going for two conflicting things. Horror, which is like most of like what
Trying to get the YouTuber side because
Well,
it's free. It's free publicity. Like Telltale. That one did both of those ones.
Oh yeah, Tattletale. Yeah. But not so much about the YouTubers, but it's just horror as a genre. It's much easier to do if you like don't restrict yourself to the kitty part.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, even though like gore can be overused, it's like it's definitely a tool that can be used correctly, and it's
What are you
easier
doing?
than
Stop
not
that.
using gore. I think.
Sorry, the cats were attacking. Cats were attacking my bins.
Is like, yeah, it's two genres that like kind of fight if you try and put them together. But like, yeah, it's easier to do horror when you have access to stuff like gore and like just those adult like kind of like this body horror as well, which you don't want to put into like a kid's game. It's just trickier to do horror if it's a kiddie game, but I reckon you can do it if it's done correctly, which I think the very first Five Nights at Freddy's did, and to an extent the second one, but...
Or you can just go F it. Like, this isn't a game but a show, Courage the Cowardly Dog. How much do you guys know about that?
I watched a few episodes.
Same.
I don't remember too much about it, but I did watch it.
Probably same here, actually.
I only really remember the Notre Dame episode.
I don't know. I know most of the scary stuff from YouTube videos, like top 10 what the F characters in Courage the Cowardly Dog. So yeah, I don't know. If you're having trouble fitting the two together, you can just go F it. If kids are scared, if adults are scared, too bad. Let's just air it anyway.
I guess so, yeah.
Am I coming off as kind of dumb? I have a very simplistic way of explaining things compared to you two who
That'd
go
be
deep into
fine.
it.
I think it's fine. It's just the ratings, like, well, because the whole point of like aiming for a younger audience is it's a broader audience. Because like it goes one way but not the other. Like you can make an R18 game, but that's only R18 and up. If you make a G game, that's like from birth to when you die.
I see plenty of kids playing R18 games. Have you heard of
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, I see what you mean. It's aimed, or it's meant to be for that kind of audience, just as long as parents monitor what their kids play, which
Yeah,
they don't.
Up for debate.
yeah. Yeah. Do we want to talk about that?
Classifications.
Not so much classifications, but the whole like monitoring your kids, like and what
Yeah,
what they're doing.
let's get into this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
We're not-
Three non-parents talk about how to parent.
Yeah, let's do it. Hell, we're all in our teens, so we know shit.
You
All
need
right.
to monitor what your kids play more, lazy parents.
Yeah, that's pretty much my stance. That's it. That's it.
Who wants an anecdote from Dynamite Denominator?
Right.
I mean, that makes it sound like it's on my channel. From Dylan. So I was playing, either it was Watch Dogs or Grand Theft Auto, some online open world game, and I killed another player who, they were a little kid. What do you think they did after I killed them?
Screams! You fucking...
Did this really happen?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And like, if they're that young, they cry when they die. They shouldn't be playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mommy, this man killed me in GTA/Watch Dogs.
But then again, that also happens to me when I play Pokemon.
What, you cry when people
No.
when you lose?
No, other way.
They cry when they lose.
Yes, it's happened, dude.
Wait.
They're too young for Pokemon then.
Wait. Hold on. This might be a stupid question.
Go
Because I
ahead.
haven't played Pokemon.
It'll make me sound smarter by comparison.
Probably. Can you battle other people, like, online in
Yes.
Pokemon? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because, like...
You
my-
don't play Pokemon, so...
Yeah, no, my mind was stuck in, like, the GBA link cable shit.
Which was still a thing up till the to the DSs.
Yeah.
And was still technically a thing then, too.
Yeah, no, it's just, like... I think because, like, people have talked about how uninnovative, like, Pokemon is, I just assumed that it was still, like, you have to be in proximity to each other to, like, battle.
I mean, maybe that's still a thing. I actually don't know, because, like, I have a Switch Lite, so it has, like, half the features taken away
Oh, okay, so, wait, who's the kid you made cry, then?
online. You can do random battles online.
Which Pokemon game?
Shield.
Huh, okay. There's voice chat?
Yes.
Probably.
There's text.
Oh, okay.
He didn't cry. He just told. His words were pretty much just every single swear word impossible.
Okay.
So he's crying in the real world.
Yeah, more.
Okay.
Plus,
Yeah.
like, adults do play Pokemon, but I doubt adults would be that salty.
Ooh,
Oh,
I mean,
I
dark
don't know.
side Phil exists.
The entire CS:GO, League of Legends, Valorant, and every esports. Like,
Oh, yeah. Was that one of those games where you were like sweaty?
CS:GO was where I was sweaty. Yeah. No, man. I think there's more sweaty salty adults than like salty kids. To be honest, I think it's just
even.
because when kids play games, it stands out more. So like when they cry, like it sticks in your mind more. So
Nice
there's more.
nice anime reference.
What?
When they cry.
Oh.
Oh bloody hell!
But like adults are everywhere, like in like online gaming. So it's like when one is like salty, it's just kind of like they're salty.
Okay, well, fair enough then.
But-
But point still stands. The fucker used about every swear word imaginable on me, and then disconnected, so I didn't get the victory.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well,
Some people just never grow up.
yeah, it's funny. There's definitely like a weird line that I can't really explain when it comes to like monitoring your kid playing a game, because okay, the reason I say this is like my parents were pretty good about like watching what I do, because like there were certain things I weren't allowed to play, which I agree with. I probably should. YouTube was fine, but our internet was so slow that I didn't watch it much anyway.
There you go. Thanks for slow internet.
But like I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto, mainly because it was a real world crime, and my parents like understandably didn't quite understand like the effects of video games yet. So they're just erring on the side of caution, but they weren't like, oh, it's gonna make my kid like kill people. But the war games I was allowed to play, mainly if they were dated by the time. I guess by the time they weren't that old, but like Duke Nukem 3D was one of them.
So the graphics were so bad it wasn't inappropriate.
Yeah, at least to them.
There's literally an alien queen with her tits out in that thing, isn't there?
An alien. He doesn't have any interest in aliens.
I'm trying to think if was there in 3D? I think there might have been in 3D.
Oh, 3D. I'm thinking of Forever.
No, not forever. No, the original like DOS,
Right.
MS DOS.
The one that made it. The
Yeah,
one that popularized
Yeah,
it.
the one that popularized Duke Nukem. I was allowed to play that. But like, of course, I would find things that I was like, oh, my parents probably don't want me to see that. They probably don't know that's in the game. And one of them was like the strippers. Like I found the strippers in the game, and I like you tipped the strippers, and they would like. I mean, it was pixelated, of course.
Yeah, look at those pixels.
Yeah, and like I don't think it let you see the whole thing. Like they had like the what are they called, pasties, like the ribbon things. So you didn't see the nipples or anything, even pixelated. But like it was there. It was definitely like promiscuous. So like I never did that in front of did that in front of my parents, of course. One of my dad's friends, because like even when I was young, I was like into horror. Was like, oh, you should play like the Resident Evil games. You'd probably enjoy the Resident Evil games. I was like, oh, Resident Evil. And since it's from my dad's friend, my dad doesn't like really check because it's like, oh, well, he suggested it to my son, so it must be fine. The first Resident Evil game I played was Resident Evil 4 for the Wii, and of course, it's like that kind of idea of like, oh, it's a Wii game.
It must be
Sure,
funny.
yeah, that was definitely a thing.
And for the most part, it fell in line with like the amount of violence that like my parents were okay with. It was like, okay, you shoot the enemy, a little bit of blood comes out, but it's like, okay, until I got the shotgun.
Oh.
And like the heads of the villagers like splat off. Like by then that was the most violent thing I'd ever seen in a video game. I was like, oh, I can't. And you know, it's in the Wii in the living room. I'm like, I was like, okay, I'm not going to use this weapon because like I'm lucky my parents weren't here to see that. So I just used the pistol. So I got better at playing Resident Evil 4 because I like purposefully like capped myself. And then there was the chainsaw guys.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I have to make sure I never ever fucking die to those.
That would make them lose their heads.
Yeah. Then I made the mistake of upgrading the pistol. Then there was no avoiding like the decapitation shit. So, I mean, it still happened. I think it still happens even if you don't upgrade the pistol, but like it happens less.
Well, for my parents, it was sort of similar. They were the ones who brought my games, so they would always check. It would always come down to the simple things: check the cover art, check the rating, and then check the back of the box.
Yep.
If all those things checked out, then I would get to play it. When it came to YouTube, my mum had a little club. My mum didn't actually care about it, and so it got to the point when I didn't actually care about it. So I literally went like 5 years without actually even forgetting YouTube even existed. It was, but then I started getting into anime, and then that was it. And then YouTube is a free pirate site, so
They're kind of strict now.
yeah. But back then they were totally fine.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I see you.
Yeah.
I'm talking to my cat.
I think I think it is just like you obviously can't be expected to like watch every single little thing your kid does because like
You should though.
you got
I
work.
mean, you have, but also by giving them some freedom, they can make their own choices and decide whether or not this thing is okay for them. Like something in 20. So I remember when I first watched Evil Within, played by Markiplier. Great YouTuber, by the way. He had completed the series, and I decided not to watch it because I thought it was too freakish because the whole gut slide.
Oh, at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah. I know the one.
So yeah, but then after a while, I ended up watching it myself. So like, I know some kids won't be like me, but I still think you should give the child a choice, and you should you should step in at some point if they end up watching horror porn.
Yeah. I think you should be stepping in probably before that, but yeah, go on.
That's actually a thing.
What do you mean that's actually a thing? Of course it's a thing.
Yes, dude.
The internet
seriously.
exists.
Everything's a thing.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming.
Eggplant porn is a thing.
That's pretty tame. Anyway, go on.
I'm scared to go on the internet now.
You should be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
where was I? So I did not have that. Like, when it came to restrictions, it was basically what my parents brought me. Internet-wise, I didn't really have anything there, because back then, we didn't really have a computer, so we had a Mac that half the time my parents were using because it was the family laptop.
Let's go Mac.
Oh, yeah, right. You're a Mac.
Yeah, I'm a Mac.
Oh, wait.
And then there's a
Mac?
Linux.
Microsoft Linux.
Yeah.
Sure.
I hate Linux.
Fuck you. Not accepting my computer, I'm gonna kill you. No, I'm kidding.
I'm neutral.
Anyway.
Do you want to know how the whole thing of parental supervision went with my family?
Go ahead.
My parents, they wanted to make sure what we're watching was sorry.
They want to make sure it's inappropriate.
They wanted to make sure what we were watching was appropriate. So what my brother did was just went to other people's houses and watched MA&R stuff.
Yeah, that checks out.
And then it was like, oh well, Aaron's already seen it and Dylan's older, so we'll just let them buy R-rated games now.
It's
And that's how he got Watch
Yeah.
Dogs.
it's weird. Like
There's always going to be different ways of censorship with our families.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can be good, sometimes they cannot be. Like hell, there's even a bad thing when giving your kid too much restrictive. It's reverse psychology. They'll just want to do it even more.
yeah.
Rebellious. You didn't understand me, Mom.
Yeah, it's definitely like a balancing act. I think it's it's less like just censoring it for the sake of censoring it. It's like, okay, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're not really censoring it because of like your kid's age. You're censoring it because of like how much they, in theory, like understand that thing.
Yeah.
And you don't like, okay, so my mom explained like sex to me really young and was like, okay, this is what it is. This is like what happens when you do it. And this is like the stuff you'll need to know for later in life, right? And she was like, I'm telling you this now because I don't want you to like get corrupted by your friends and like weird, stupid fucking rumors that like you'll hear in school. I didn't end up going to school, but you know, she was like, okay, I'd rather you hear it from me than hear it from like Jacob, in this like
The kid
Context.
down the street.
yeah, just random kid name,
Yeah.
like at school.
When
right?
you say young, how young did we explain?
It's about
How you-
5 or 6.
5 or 6
Yeah.
when we were in high school.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's
Dude,
young, though.
come on, you should have seen
Fuck
that joke
you.
coming.
That's young though, 5 or 6.
Yeah, so
I-
I was explained to it, like, and she was just like, it's a normal part of life. Like, you'll need this information for later. I was like, okay, thanks, Mom. And I was like, man, this isn't important to me now. So I just kind of forgot it. and then like, I turned like 8 and I was like, huh, I'm starting to feel like I need that information. It's all coming back to me. But like, the thing was, in terms of like my parents being like, okay, you're allowed to play this, you're not allowed to play that. They were a lot more relaxed with like sexual content because they were like, okay, we know like what this is and you're not gonna like misinterpret this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it wasn't like porno. It's not like you're allowed to watch porno now. It was like, okay, this movie has like sexual themes in it. You understand this, you can watch it. But like, it was mainly like violence and like people getting their bits blown off. That was like the problem.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, eventually that fell through when I was like 10 or 11.
If your parents don't let you play violent games, just go to a friend's house. That's the way around it, I guess.
We don't endorse this
Nah,
behavior.
I'm joking. I don't endorse it. I never got the talk from my parents
Really?
They just handed me a book and were like, read this.
I guess that's something.
And you know what? It only talked about boy stuff. So when I got into like year 8 or 9 and they're talking about periods, I'm like, what's this stuff?
What's a period?
And I didn't pass the test because I didn't know any of the stuff about women.
For me, it was a little different from both of you. So I didn't have the talk. Until like I was a little older, because my school didn't actually do it at all. What the fuck? They didn't give us any of that.
Just let the kids figure out for themselves.
It was Christian. It was.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that
But
explains a
sex-
lot.
Sex still exists if you're Christian.
And so she ended up having me watch YouTube videos. Not YouTube, just I think it was called Women's Guide to 21st Century Sex.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's actually introduced it to me.
All right then.
I just have this image of, those WikiHow articles?
Yeah.
How do I have sex? How do you do it? I'm here right now in the bedroom and I don't know how to do it.
Well,
Hold on, babe. Just wait up. I gotta look this up on my phone.
First, you gotta buy roses and chocolates.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta head down to the florist. Oh, God. Anyway, new topic.
Yeah, you're the last one. You're the last one, mate.
Yeah.
Send the.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
maybe we should finish it.
Yeah,
with
we should
2 hours.
probably finish it up. We've all gone twice now. So,
Yeah.
okay, so,
Well, 3 times. For me.
all right, so...
Yeah. 2 of my things blended together.
All right, let's end this with inspirational characters.
Oh god.
Inspirational characters.
Kirito from
Oh
Sword
my
Art
fucking
Online.
god. Okay, so
He dual wields.
he does do a wield. All right, so this whole topic, I was like, okay, so what are like characters from any piece of media, books, anime, games, whatever, that have been like, damn, they're pretty inspirational. I love this character.
Well, not gonna lie, I didn't have one. I don't actually have one, so I'll just say Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom.
Haven't watched that.
He's a good teacher. I actually could have picked him. Damn it. Now you think of another answer.
All right, I'll let you think.
Main reasoning behind it is that he actually gave a shit about his job. Not just the fact that he was a teacher, just in general. He looked like he gave a shit whenever he did his work. That sort of connected with me because when I watched it, I was at the period where I just did. I will do nothing but watch YouTube. I do not care about the rest of the world. This is my life. That was me at that time when I watched it.
Oh. And he always did it with a smile on his face. Koro Sensei.
Yeah, creepy smile, but still smile.
Okay.
Inspirational characters, and this time I won't pick a joke answer or one that disgusts everyone in the room.
Okay, I haven't properly staying.
Okay. Well, he wants to go down, so I'm not gonna stop him from going
If
down.
they want to go down, just let them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an inspirational character.
Okay, I can give my answer and like give you time to think if you want.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so because I already have someone in mind for this, and anyone who knows me, except maybe you two, I haven't like really mentioned it. I fucking love Uncle Iroh from Avatar: Last Airbender. I want to be him when I'm old.
I haven't watched it.
The wise crazy guy from the wise crazy man who loves tea.
I don't know if he's crazy, but yeah, he's wise and he likes tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking love Uncle Iroh. I have, okay, not sponsored by the way, just legitimately good product. I bought a disc plate, one of those like metal posters.
Holy shit, you got this? You actually brought one of those?
Yeah, I bought one of Iroh because I fucking love Iroh. I always call him Uncle Iroh because like Iroh's the last name because I think. Oh wait, no, I actually don't know the lineage thing. His name might be okay. Anyway, I got a poster of him and it sits in my room across from my desk so I can always see it. I love him that much. He's the reason I started drinking more tea. fucking love Uncle Iroh. Because, like, there's so many of his stuff that I actually, like, took to heart after watching, like, Avatar Last Airbender. And to an extent, like, the small bit he's in like, The Legend of Korra as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
he's dead in that one.
He's transcended. No, it's kind of obvious he'd be dead by Korra. It takes place, like 60 years in the future or something. But anyway, you know, actually it'd be more than 60, but anyway.
But like, it wouldn't be that long because like the current master of the Air Temple is Avatar's kid.
Yeah, Tenzin. But Tenzin's old by the time of Korra.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like middle-aged. Aang's long dead.
I don't know, dude. I never watched it.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, you mentioned that in okay, anyway. So, like, this, just so many things that, like, Iroh teaches through the course, and he's, like, my favorite character of anything. Like, any media, he's, like, my favorite. I want to build a shrine to him. I'm not joking.
That sounds a little simpy.
It is a little simpy, but I don't care. Because, like, okay, so I'll actually start with the Korra one, because I think the Korra one's, like, a really good, like, something to bring with you, like, for your life kind of advice. I think the scene is, like, it's in the spirit world. So Korra is, like, meditated, and she's, like, going through the spirit world, and that's where she meets Iroh. Because it's weird, because apparently dying is not the same as going to the spirit world. So I guess in a weird way, Iroh didn't die. He just transcended.
Sounds like him.
But yeah, he's there. He's hanging out with the spirits. He's a happy guy. And like, there's this like volcano. There's like a storm kind of brewing. I forget the context. I think it's like the second season. I don't remember much from Korra, but I remember this part because Iroh's in it. And this, you know, there's this volcano. It's got the storm brewing, but the rest of like the world is like bright, because it's the spirit world. And like they're having like this kind of weird picnic, like tea party kind of thing, and Korra's freaking out because like she has to find somebody. I forget who she has to find, but it's someone that might be stuck in like the spirit world, and she gets really upset. And because the Avatar is like the link between the physical and the spiritual world, it affects a bunch of shit. Like the storm above the volcano grows and it overcasts everything. And all the spirits start to get like really angry at each other, and they might like looks like they might start fighting. And Iroh, being the only one that's like kind of a weird like case, yeah, is like, oh, Korra, you need to calm down. And you know, she calms down, she apologizes, and it's like, you know, he explains the whole Avatar thing. You know, stuff you feel will affect the spirit world. And what he says at the end of that is if you look for the light, you'll often find it, but if you look for the dark, that's all you'll ever see. And I think that's pretty good life advice, because it's like if you always look at the bad things, that's all you're gonna see is just the shit. If you just look at all the bad shit happening in the world, you're gonna think the world's fucking terrible.
I mean, it is, but
it is. But if you keep looking for bad stuff, that's all you're gonna see. And then, like, during the course of Avatar, he talks about, like, this whole thing with Zuko, because, you know, Zuko thinks he needs to, like, restore his honor, right? Because that's the whole thing of the show. Well, I guess spoilers if you haven't watched Avatar.
I've watched it.
Yeah, I know, but just a warning to these guys online. But
I'll watch in like 2026 or something.
But like Zuko has a really good like character growth through the course of it, because I think it's a formula that's been done before, but not as well as in Avatar. Because Zuko starts off as like the bad guy, like a troubled bad guy. Like you can already tell, like he's not evil. He's just misguided. But like the whole like bad guy realizes his mistake and turns good thing has been done before and after.
and after.
But Zuko, I think, is where it was written the best because he didn't swap right away. It was a gradual change. Because his sister Azula, who's like very loyal to the Fire Nation, keeps reeling him back in to like be loyal to your country, be loyal to your country, be like, this is your purpose in life. And it's only through like reinforced like lessons from Iroh and like his own personal journey going on that he actually like switches around. It's not like, oh, I can't believe I did this. How could you forgive me after all I've done? Oh, I'm a good guy now, kind of thing.
I mean, he does literally say that, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, what's her name? The Water Tribe girl.
Nora?
Sorry?
Nora?
It's not Nora. It's not Nora. It's Sokka's sister.
Katara?
Katara, that's it. Katara doesn't forgive him. She doesn't forgive him for the shit that he did in the past. And I like when that happened, it was like, whoa, okay, they like someone actually like remembered the shit he did.
I still can't think of one.
but Iroh, like, you know, he's given all these lessons to Zuko, which I think are meant for like the audience as well. Because I mean, the age range to the audience would be like preteens to early teens.
Yeah, it was basically what the early Disney stuff did. They actually tried to teach lessons inside their movies.
Yeah, I just think Iroh did it better.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I wasn't saying they didn't.
Yeah, I know. I was just giving my opinion on like Disney. But Iroh, shit, I had a lesson in mind that like he brings up. I'd already did the light thing. There's a part where he's talking to Toph. This is where the inspirational thing comes in. Toph, the rock bender. And they've just met through chance. And he ends up talking about Zuko. And because Zuko at this point thinks, I'm trying to remember where this is in the story. Zuko's by himself at this point, kind of, because
he got betrayed, cut the hair, and so he decided to go separate ways from his uncle, if I remember right.
That was quite a bit after the hair cutting thing, because they did that together.
Yeah, right. Yeah, forgot about that. It's been a while.
Yeah, but he has this talk with Toph. Because Toph is like, oh, everyone thinks they need to like take care of me because she's short. And it's like and blind. It's like everyone thinks they need to take care of me, but I can like, you know, to just take care of myself on my own. And you know, he talks about it's like there's nothing wrong with like accepting help from people. Like it's perfectly fine. But when he talks about like, you know, I mean, probably in the context of a modern thing, it would be kind of weird following your nephew around if he doesn't want you around. but you know, it's in the context of the story, he's like following Zuko, even though Zuko doesn't want Uncle Iroh around. He thinks, you know, I think he thinks he's like against him or like trying to force him back on his like destiny, right? But he's like, you know, I know my nephew doesn't want me around right now, but like, if he needs me, I'll be there. And it's like, oh, damn, I want to do that for people. I want to just like, I think Iroh does like such a good job of like displaying how you can like help people without getting like way too involved. Like, I mean, it's kind of different because like Iroh and Zuko are like, you know,
Family,
uncle
basically.
nephew, yeah. But like ultimately, like your own shit's your own shit. And all other people can really do is just be there for you. They can't fix your problems. No one can fix your problems. No one can make you happy. But they can help. And I was like, damn, I want to be that. Even now I want to be that. I want to be this wise old guy that drinks a lot of tea.
Damn, you're making my answer sound like bullshit, man.
Oh, that's all right. I premeditated this, so like I have an unfair advantage.
Now.
All right, Dylan, we gave you time. How'd you do?
I didn't, but I like one of my favorite animes, When They Cry. I mentioned earlier in the podcast. It's like
Yeah.
a joke when you were saying.
Yeah,
when they cry about
Higurashi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Higurashi when they cry. The main character Rika Furude. She has a very strong will because no matter how many. This is kind of spoilers for when they cry. I'm going to be focusing on 2006.
We have so many spoilers.
Basically, she dies on pretty much the same day over and over and gets sent back sometimes a couple of years, sometimes only a couple of weeks. So she's trying to figure out through these multiple timelines who's killing her. And I think she loses a bit of her memory. Like she can't just say, oh, this person killed me, so I'll look at them. Her memory becomes fuzzy when she goes back, but she knows that she's dying over and over. And it's this thing about resilience, never giving up. So she wants to keep pushing through over and over to reach that sunshine and rainbow ending where she's not being killed. So it's a thing on resiliency, which is a moral, I guess, that I really like and really follow, and that's the best answer I could come up with. I hope it was satisfying.
Hey,
Fair enough.
Fair
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really good, man.
Just don't give up, even when you're dying over and over. Always get back up. And there is actually a point in the 2020 series where she almost gives up. Because, now I'm going to spoil Higurashi when they cry 2020. She finds out there's this sword, or a piece of a sword, where if she stabs into her throat, she will permanently die. She won't respawn or loop again. So she almost is about to do it, and then she hears her friends calling her name, and that's enough to go, no, 5 more times. I'll give this 5 more attempts. And yeah, she doesn't give up. So it's this thing about resiliency, and that's the best inspirational character I could come up with in this time, Rika Furude from Higurashi.
Fair enough, dude.
Nice.
So, not gonna lie, you did basically just spell out Happy Death Day.
Oh, true. Well, Happy Death Day ripped off Higurashi. Higurashi did it in 2006.
I hope you don't mind. I just thought of another Iroh lesson that I would like to spiel.
So we're going to 3 hours.
We'll end this on a high. We'll end this on a lesson.
Okay. So
No pressure.
It's pretty simple. It's just the part where Iroh and Zuko make it to Ba Sing Se, the big Earth Kingdom in the middle of the weird map thing they have. I know it's a globe, but how they've
It
done
looks weird.
Yeah, it's there's one big landmass and then a little landmass here, a little landmass here, a little. It's one island with a little bit of some other islands. But anyway,
Keep doing this, and I just see Goto.
So they get into Ba Sing Se, the big Earth Kingdom, and they're peasants because they're technically refugees. Because Zuko's banished from the Fire Kingdom for speaking out of line, blah blah blah, story stuff. I won't talk about it too much because it's not really relevant to what's happening. But yeah, they're impoverished and they're not well off, and they get into Ba Sing Se, and Zuko says something this isn't where I want to spend my life. And Iroh says, it's life happens wherever you are, whether you make it or not. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. I should just kind of do whatever I can now. Because whether I like it or not, life is happening right now. So, why wait? I can't put life on hold to wait for me. Life doesn't wait for me. So, yeah. But yeah, I guess I'll end it there.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. Once again, we are the four.
The threes. We're the threes. We're the force.
Yes, and be sure to like and subscribe. And I don't even know what the hell we're gonna upload this to. So.
Yeah. Well, all right. So, check out all our channels. They'll be in the description.
Yes. Wait.
I'm Wei Wan.
Wei Wan, Dynamo, Dynominator, and Justin Goldfinch. Be sure to check us all out, and don't forget to check out our main channel, Force itself. It's actually, why am I even saying that?
They're already here.
Yes, I don't fucking know, dude. This is my first time.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Like it, I don't care. Just do what you want.
Like, share, subscribe, and all the good things. How about the algorithm? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.